What up, y'all? How we doing, dude? He live? We live, baby. We active. We're active on the scene. What up, Chad? How we doing, dude?
Hello, everybody. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hello, guys.
Yeah, I'm still excited, man. Yeah. I mean, like, bro, I'm definitely still amped up. You know what I'm saying? Like, end of the day, I'm still excited to watch. It's still Apex, and that's how it goes. Bro, Gunny, well, technically, man, they weren't wrong. Like, everyone saying that it was happening was right. Obviously, it just, obviously they were right. It's just, I wasn't a part of it. That was like kind of my point, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah, like they played yesterday, just I didn't know. I was not like active, you know what I mean? We do have a little bit to talk about though, man. Are we still getting banned? No, because technically, man, you guys were right. I mean, you guys were just wrong that I was a part of it. You know what I mean? Alicia, good to see you. Me? Yeah, I mean, I feel like majority of y'all have gotten it spoiled. I didn't want it spoiled for myself. Once I found out the regional finals were actually happening, I truly did not want to get spoiled. But I didn't really have a choice. I logged on and immediately saw like 47 fucking people spoiling it. So I didn't really have a choice with that shit. Sadly, my time, just fucking smudged my whole fucking shit, dude. We're good. Sadly, I had the whole regional final spoiled for me. I really couldn't do much about it. Right when I refreshed, dude, it was GG's. I'm at the gym, knowing regional finals going on, trying to avoid the scores, and then I refreshed, boom, 37 tweets about who made it, who didn't. So I kind of want to go over what we should do today. I kind of want to know what the vibes are looking like from you guys, and if you want me to go over the scores, if you want me to go over previously what's happening, and we just do a little breakdown or what's going on, because obviously, no matter how good I am in my job, which I would like to think I am pretty good, I can't really make it as exciting for everyone it is, if that makes sense. It's just the reality of the situation is I can't. And that's how it fucking goes. And it fucking sucks. It fucking blows. But that's just how it is, man. All right. We'll watch it. We'll talk about it, stuff like that. But spoilers are gonna be happening no matter what. Like, I'm gonna be honest. It's just how it's gonna go. I literally can't go through the regional finals tab of Battlefy without getting spoiled. Like, well, actually, no, it's actually not true. Wait, no, it's refreshed. Well, I don't know. So we'll do our best to see what's going on. This is like all very scuffed. It's a really sticky, shitty situation, but we'll do our best to make it as good as possible and as fun as possible for everybody. And yeah, it blows, dude. I had a lot of people also say some weird shit to me yesterday, man. I got blamed for like a lot of the stuff. People were telling me that I tweeted out about who won and they were mad about it. I really don't know what the fuck to say, dude. I fucking got everything spoiled for me, bro. I don't know how much more you fucking want from me. That's just how it goes. But people are also coming to me like, yo, dude, why didn't they stream it? What the fuck's going on? It's like, dude, I have no idea. Like, at all. I have no clue what the fuck, what was going on. I didn't know. So it is not my fault. As if you guys think that I have this power, I do not. Sadly, I wish I did. But that's how it goes. So we're going to go over everything a little bit here. We'll give a little breakdown. We're going to let a little more people get in here first, though, before we start doing all that and discussing everything. Obviously, the pros might stream their own POVs, but I'm not pulling up their stream of them watching their own POVs. So the only thing we can watch right now is the Play Apex main broadcast. So whatever Play Apex is doing today, and this will be the first time in the history of my watch parties where we're actually watching Play Apex on the main broadcast, for the main broadcast on my watch party. That is it. That is the only thing we can do. So, yes, no 9 individual POVs today. None of that good shit. Now, press 1 if you're here, and we're going to go basically over everything. I am going to do some spoilers, so if you guys don't want to hear it, like, I literally cannot avoid it. If you were not spoiled, it is what it is. I'm not going to go over who made LAN yet. I'm not going to go over all I'm not going to go over all that stuff, but I will be going over who do we know won last night, but I'll not go over the 12 teams that qualified, okay? I will not be talking about the 12 teams that qualified till afterwards. It's a little bit of a shit show, and I'm not trying to be rude or not trying to be mean to ALGS because obviously their hands are tied in many ways, but I do think this was pretty fucking shit. And I definitely think this hurts the overall LAN experience for a lot of viewers. We watched so many regional finals leading up to NA, which is majority of people's favorite region because of how competitive it is, and we don't get to watch regional finals live. To me, that blows. Now, basically, for anyone that doesn't know what happened, Yesterday, they played regional finals offline. That was the plan. They played regional finals offline. I did not know about it until it was going on, and it was confirmed. But they played regional finals offline, and obviously, safety first. I got a lot of people in here that are probably going to say, boo, that was stupid. Yeah, it fucking sucks. But like, obviously the safety and the integrity of the esport is way more important than actually broadcasting it live. So I don't blame them. But basically they played it offline yesterday, which makes sense. Don't blame that at all. But they played, and all of the results was put on Twitter, right? I would say 98% of people now know what happened in regional finals without it actually watching. People were going through Apex Tracker, watching the map to see where people were throughout the games. Like, it was fucking crazy. People were doing actual insane fucking investigation work. Like, it is actually nuts. Some of y'all should actually just go and be hired by the FBI, because what the fuck are y'all on, man? That is actually nuts. It's actually crazy. Y'all were fucking pulling up map streams. Y'all were looking at Apex Trackers, seeing who's in whose lobbies. Y'all need to fucking get hired by some detective service or some shit, dude. Y'all are fucking crazy for that. Basically, there are spoilers. I'm not going to say any of the spoilers now. I would say 99% of us do know. Mods are not going to be able to ban who the fuck is spoiling. So if you don't want spoilers, my mods are not doing anything about it. It is like going to be impossible. Yesterday, I messaged Minus Tempo on Discord. I'm like, yo, send me the results, but I'm not going to look till after tomorrow. He's like, deal. He sends me a spoiler-free Discord message. I then go on Twitter, I hit refresh, and there's about 9 tweets as to who qualified for LAN and who won and who didn't, and I got everything spoiled for me. So we're watching Play Apex today. I do not have POVs of Sweet Dreams. I do not have POVs of TSM and Pure How. And you guys might be saying, I sound like I am repeating things over and over again. That's because no one listens. Ever. No one ever listens. And I'm going to be asked the same question 7 million times today. So this is better than nothing. And that's how it has to go. We're watching Play Apex broadcast today. I will not have the multi-stream up. And for those of y'all who don't believe me, look at the chat throughout these games. Where's Hal's POV? Dude, no TSM? Bro, where's Exit? I thought you were Nocturnal's friend, you fake fuck. I guarantee that's going to happen so much today. So I will keep reiterating a lot of things throughout the day. That's just how it goes. All right? I just want to point that out. That will 100% happen today. Game 3, a fucking devastated Coast endgame. Are you fucking kidding?
I mean, I know I mentioned
I lowered it a little bit for you guys.
HQ, but I guess these final
I lowered it a little bit. Let me know if it's better.
Really, truly love to be a
bro, that is fucking hilarious.
It looks like we may be going to that same spot, north side of Echo HQ. It could have 2 different pools. I have also seen the circle pull slightly to the north side by the choke of Pylon, but I could see this pulling much more over to the east side, closer to Devastated Coast and Echo HQ that we've seen so many times before. So many teams already also on their rotate. The evac tower called them from Sentinels. Space Station Complexity dropped in, and already Cloud9 on the edge of that next circle.
I do know that with Complexity making their way in from Command Center, they're going to have an unusually fast rotation.
What that fucking rotate, bro? Topside Command all the way down to fucking Devastated, dude.
A couple of good spots.
They just went from Command to Devastated. That's crazy,
One of the things that is very different about them than any other roster we're seeing right now is the fact that not only are they rotating.
Chat, again, FYI, bro, we are watching the main broadcast. These casters are good. Okay, don't have to be an asshole about it. Just fucking watch. If you don't want to watch, then leave. No worries.
With the quick rotation,
don't really give a fuck that much, to be honest.
Using the generator to supplement that, to keep them safe, even in, albeit a little bit more awkward of a position. This IMCR already not nearly as safe a spot as it used to be.
I'm not watching a POV of just Hal. That's not. I'm not watching. I'm doing a Hal watch party. I'm doing a regional finals, bro.
That you had mentioned, and they're going to be staying put here for now. So many other teams have already got into that final circle position. EEC with a 30-30 and Skull Piercer in hand. Great looks for them as EEC do land in Devastated Coast.
Tell TSM to pay me 5.5 million, and I'll do it.
Position advantage that they were able to set up for quickly.
And EEC are by sitting here.
I mean, this is so broken for EC.
Really hoping that the ring pulls into Devastated Coast, because if not, dropping out of high ground is going to be very difficult to make work. Well, SSG fight on the low ground up against Drop-In Gaming. This space can technically be shared, but it's early enough in the game.
Oh, it was a horrible fight. It's a hell of an early fucking hold to coexist here, bro. There's no way.
Early enough like this too. L'Oreal's trying to take a different off angle. Havoc in hand, getting pinged low by that thermite while he's already low. Will be able to restabilize quickly, but he opens his door and immediately comes out the cause. It's a nade, blowing that door wide open, leaving Drop-In Gaming as a duo to fight this off.
That was actually such a troll, bro. Holy shit.
And now that it's a duo, SSG can and should push the advantage. It is still early enough for them to do without risking a third party, and that's going to continue for about a minute or two. So 120 seconds do SSG have to confidently finish off what they now know is a two-person squad.
That's free low.
You
get that knock, bro, you immediately go over and just clear this.
Vicky, to not see them pushing.
SSG will 100% scan and go.
It's the Cossack.
There it is, baby. And they get a knock already.
Cossack is the one that likes to take that space and finding an opportunity
just
to
got
shot
fucked
onto the left
up.
side from a team that has high ground there.
Holy
Drop-In
shit.
Gaming do get eliminated. They clean up that squad quickly. They wanted to make sure that they had the tools that they need just in case a third party could have come.
Basically starting from match 3 today, Brad.
For now, they're safe.
Land same shit
as well. As we take a look at
Love the
Moisu,
card.
also being able to have the POI advantage.
The Havoc really might be the best gun in the game right now, huh? What do you guys think? You think?
Sniper spot with Ape Gang
Filthy
around
3
as
months.
well as Legacy to their south side.
Yo.
Complexity.
What's up, Michael, bro? Thanks for the fucking
between
6 months advance. Love you, dude.
and Devastated Coast, but with Legacy having that slight high ground, sharing more of this space on the other side of Moist.
Yeah, I think it is. I can't lie. Even after playing ranked yesterday, which I know crazy, I have to say that I'm like, even with the submachine gun, bro, you just really don't even beat the Havoc up close. That gun is fucking crazy right now.
Now taking the gravity cannon, well, they will be in the line of sight of the squads that have already taken control over the high ground, as well as the armory that we saw earlier.
Complexity are taking some shots
none of that
at this as well, but Dark Zero's move here is a smart one. It's pretty easy
to
one-time
thing.
Using the gravity.
We're only watching the main broadcast this one time.
It's
okay, they do a good job.
Because of how much noise
He's got a lot better production.
How vulnerable you are when landing.
It's our only option.
Bangalore to make up for some of that. Dark Zero again played the positioning game. Vicky, this spot is a terrible place to play from.
Where the fuck even is this?
Play active, but in terms of spots that are unlikely to get pushed, and it may very well be in the end game and a winning spot at that. Dark Zero rolled absolutely fantastically.
What spot is that? I don't think I've ever seen anyone fucking play there ever.
Dark Zero had gotten, I believe it was 10th in that first game there too, so they still have a good amount of that KP to work with if they want to play this patiently for that final circle. Talk about
they're playing there because you're safe. There's no way you get killed, right? But you just get no room for KP, and you can't get your meds sucked dry. You start peeking where DZ was, bro, you're gonna lose your meds, and you actually don't get any for the rest of the game.
On the Trident, they're looking to try to approach the circle from that north side. Maybe even try to get that ring console, rather the survey beacon that's to the north side here, if they could get some extra information on where everybody else is settled. And it looks like they actually are opting to take the evac tower.
Damn, so just gonna go pull straight to Devastated. Not even
behind
towards Echo at all. It's gonna go straight to Devastated.
Surprised to see this.
I don't like this endgame, man. I'm not gonna lie. The reason I don't like this endgame, bro, is that top height that EEC is in usually just goes fucking crazy. It's usually just broken. If it's gonna be that one that I'm thinking of, it could just end underneath, or it could pull all the way back down. But
it would be in a
look at that rotate though. This is why these south zones suck, because what does DSG do here in these situations, right? Going up north side, going towards like Lightning Rod, there's so many more alleyways that you can go through. But to get to Devastated Coast, there's really only like this mountain just fucks everything over. You have to go through these spots to get through. There's no other way to go. So DSG usually gets fucked over here pretty hard.
Oh man,
Brace is gonna summon cash 3 months.
That one member of Optic taking their time to take that evac tower, Optic dropping down on that.
I got you, Brandon. No worries, man.
Over to the side of launch.
Game 3.
I know Nine Lives were right by them on the other side here. Native Gaming coming through that.
True, Nameless, not wrong. I'm not gonna do that.
With Disguise taking their time to rotate through Cedo, 9 Lives being on the south side, exiting out of Barometer. Disguise is nothing to worry about, but something it is.
Shawnee, 54 months. Thanks, big dog. I love you.
Bloodhound and Wraith. The Wraith being the one true thing that really allows Disguise.
Yeah, North teams historically do horrible on these south
zones.
zones. Makes sense.
Tricky situations with design just being so on point with the Wraith.
And really interesting that Disguised have gone with Catalyst
Thank you, James.
today. They were thinking about running Rampart. I know this because, well,
dude, that might be the funniest shot I've ever seen. Go Designful yesterday!
The very fact that they've changed up to Catalyst says quite a bit about the
I'm so mad. That's funny, bro.
On Storm Point and how much they've rewarded.
Go Timmy yesterday!
Seconds of
good job yesterday, guys!
The Catalyst gives you. being able to completely cut off a team's line of sight, if only for 10-15 seconds, can completely change your game, especially when you're making it to the final 3 squads. Happy to see Disguise picking this up, and it's only going to give them yet another fantastic rotational tool.
Yeah, getting that fucking
cut off any
little Evo cash, baby,
with
and the
fucking
fucking
scans,
everything, dude.
so that way they could get the scan through the Bangalore smokes. That's something to consider with the catwalk coming up, and the Bloodhound not being able to scan right through that wall once it's already online.
How do we feel about the Catalyst on Storm Point, chat?
They are going to be coming
I really don't like it.
Slowly behind Furia from
but I also didn't like Wraith, and they qualified.
Once again, there was that survey beacon that actually does get scanned right in front of them. That's Furia that is just waiting for them, and now they know that Disguise was trying to take the slow approach to rotate into the circle.
Fascinating to see Disguise still rocking up on it. No.
Oh shit, spoiler alert, my bad.
Of course, but very much
it's gonna happen, man.
That the teams ahead of them, like Furia,
do
need to start making their own.
Chat, they were in like fucking 4th place. Do you think they didn't?
Sit here and gatekeep a team forever.
The chance of DSG not making land was like fucking
costing you your own chance of
4%.
success. Disguised will get a good read on where everyone else is sat and likely be able to play things out well with the information. Will give them a good spot to fight for, if not too hard. You want to be able to.
I can't lie too.
Teams. Actually,
these player scans going into this late game is not even like it's actually it's good for DSG because they find out where they can rotate into, and it's pretty fucking good to get into the late game. The only thing though with this is even if you know what's free in the backside, bro, it's just so hard for DSG to even get there, even with a player scan. Like they scan this, they see TSM here, they see native, they see optic. Now the question is, where the fuck? How do we get there, even knowing that they're where these teams are? Like, yes, you can find out what's free, but how the fuck do we get there is the question. It's so hard, man.
Gives you one of the very unique
evacs, yeah, but like
you can siege a team like LG.
Usually evacs going into Devastator get shot out.
Will be coming from the north, and I'm going to highlight them right now because there are a lot of teams that will be fighting for LG and XSET's places.
Depends on who of these teams right here in Launchpad want to take that more outward rotate. Because I feel like with Furia and the way that they like to play and take some of these fights, they've been playing a lot more aggressive, and they're usually not.
It's my first time seeing this as well.
Fights. But with the amount of teams that
I told you guys, I wasn't lying.
For that northern choke, that is going to be looking like a bloodbath. I could understand TSM just trying to take space and prevent other teams from having the ring console and a survey beacon that's already in Launchpad, and now they have to worry about Furia. Who
I was playing ranked all day yesterday, bro.
That could purposely
19 squads of round 3 though. We'll take this shit.
Around the edge of the circle.
Brat, much love, brother. It's
just a really rough situation for TSM. You don't necessarily want to take a fight cold up against Furia.
This guy still has Varhol's Burner as his name.
Because then the ring's going to close and neither of you are going to have a choice anyway. What this ultimately should look like for TSM is a late Valkyl.
That's so
ridiculous. Because taking a 3v3 is an unnecessary risk. And while a Valkyl, yes, is a risk as well, it's one that they can control a lot better than how well any other team plays. They can look for, well, a good spot. In fact,
I know,
it's so complicated, Vicky. I want to take a look at how TSM are approaching this from the inside.
Hoka, thanks for the A-Mons. Love you, dude.
Maybe here we can
buddy. Listen.
Spots. We can land on like one of the staircases. Like we can land one of the staircases. I think all the buildings are taken. I think we have to, or we can land here too. I think that we can live there on my ping when zone closes.
Board is
under the bridge. Your ping.
We have to Valkyl from the here, Jordan. Come to me.
See, this could be the difference between TSM's rotate and DSG's. The Valkyl, bro.
In the gas.
That's the fucking biggest thing.
My ping. If that's taken, then we have to land like one of the staircases, maybe on the side here on my ping. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Come on.
This dude can see us here.
That just took 36 years to get over there.
Going out.
All good, Princess. Hope you get some rest.
We're the only team Valkyl team, so remember that.
Yeah. I think that spot is open.
God damn, bro. Look at that Valkyl, man. That's so fucking useful on Storm Point. This right here, these Valkyl, these are going to be the game changer for TSM at LAN. I hope they continue to run this shit, man. As DSG dies, TSM gets in. And it's literally because of Valk.
We're good.
See this fucking shit, man? That's the difference in that evac tower versus Valkyl.
There's a team on
this corner maybe? This corner maybe? Hey, this corner's pretty good. This corner's pretty good.
Find a safe spot.
This corner's good, but
I'm safe here too. I'm safe here too on me. I'm safe here too on me, I think. Kind of.
That is so fire. That is crazy.
We're chilling.
Yeah.
They might get pushed to west. Maybe not. You keep your smokes when we get shot.
Find more safe spots.
There's nobody in Echo.
Oh, the Hail Mary Valkyrie works again here
Always.
for TSM. They get to see another day and a different clearing. Not
And Furia got
contested
mopped
by
the
these
fuck
squads.
up. Holy
Meanwhile,
shit.
Dia, you were talking about the slow rotate over by the other side to try to siege LG. Well, Furia, who tried to do that and rotate from the back end of Launchpad, end up losing out on their tournament lives, sending them right back to the lobby and catching LG as only a duo left.
You know, disguised on this rotate as well, ended up falling. They're another team that we unfortunately won't get to catch in the end game. With LG now down a member.
I mean,
as
LG,
well.
bro, is gonna be fucked here too.
They're gonna come out of high ground unscathed, Vicky, especially when we are pulling hard into Devastated Coast. You remember we talked about EEC earlier on today when they were playing up on the high ground to Devastated Coast, saying, please, please,
Damn, so
please.
Optic got a really
let the
bad
zone
game
hold
here too, I'm guessing,
They've
huh?
gotta be very
There's no
happy
way.
with how this
I doubt
has
Optic get it
turned out
either.
so
See, that's what I'm
far,
saying though,
because
bro.
this is a
Teams like
hard
Xset,
Devastated
team
Coast
like Optic are just struggling to get late
Especially
game.
from the high ground that they're
As to
gonna be
why
in,
they
but I
didn't
do have
choose to run
highlight
Valve
C9
can actually get to
called
these
it
end games, bro, made
amazing
no
where
sense
this
to me.
next circle is gonna be
I think
pulling
TSM's
before we see
comp
where their rotate's
for
gonna be.
Xset and Optic would have helped them
Gaming
out
now also
so
trying
much
to
in the long
figure
run,
out
bro.
spot underneath the
So
bridge
much.
here. Saw the care pack earlier on that had been taken.
Got there earlier in the
squads
split,
still
man.
left here, and this next circle is going to be brutal because you have teams like Optic playing underneath Elevate. Caustic Gas is doing enough of that tick damage. They're set up all over the place with these caustic traps. But while they try to fight for at least the high ground, they know that Exit's on the other side. No blowdown scan to see. Gonna be able to pick up on that one player that's on the high ground here. That it may be.
Yeah, well,
native
we'll see
game,
how the
but
contest went for
sharing
Xset today too, or yesterday.
inside of native,
I'm curious about that as well.
Exit
But look at
may
Optic, bro. They just get
game.
fucking gate kept. You can't do anything. And I guarantee they put a balloon down, bro, and one of them dies off the balloon. The best part about a Valk ulti is you put a balloon down, they hit the Valk ulti as the distraction. But what the fuck do you do here in this situation, man?
They're gonna have to push it into overtime.
That's why I wish one of these teams would take a risk and change their comp, because why are we running the same thing over and over again if it's not working? Right?
Still has to take at least 3 more fights on low ground to
Holy
make it
fuck,
into the
what
zone.
a shit
Everyone knows
show.
Optic are sprinting past the engagement as Native struggle to find an answer, and E8 evac over it all. Vicky, it is
My
chaos
God.
on the north side of the zone.
There is so much going down.
Coming in, Native look like they may be meeting
that's
one
tough.
another in the lobby. They get taken out. TSM also taking some shots while they're still safe without being contested. Their backs with the wall protecting them. Optic Gaming.
So
losing
Xset went out
on
earlier
the defense of
too.
the duo. They
LG,
try to infiltrate
Optic
the
die
same
now
side
too.
that
Like,
EEC were
that's what I'm
on
saying
and
though, bro. I'm not
cannot
understanding. It's
overtake
EEC. Just
Even
vibing
with
the
them
fuck
holding
out,
it down
man.
and with the caustic traps,
Oh, and
it is
Moist in a
too
god
much
spot too,
damage.
bro. They
But
look so good
who
here
is
as well.
right on top of them.
They're actually
It is
probably in the better
Moist
spot
who
than
managed to
EEC. They
climb
could actually
their
get
way
total
up
control of this
above,
building.
and they have nades while they're at it.
That's so good.
Can Moist do what Optic could not?
Over 2 visions.
At this point, I'm also asking myself if it's worth it. The high ground that Moist have is arguably more valuable than the inside of this building.
Just good take,
Unfortunately,
Dia. Yes.
This has now become a focal point. For
That's
the
a great
entire
take, and that's also
lobby.
really fucked
The
for
high ground
EEC
is
too,
no
man.
longer
So
in zone
fucked.
come next ring, and while you've pointed out C9, who have predicted the zone immaculately, they're the next
True.
inheritors of a lot of pressure with teams like Dark Zero, who are sitting uncontested
Dia
on
is so
the
fucking
west
good at
side
communicating,
of
bro.
this
I love
zone,
Dia.
now looking
He's so
directly
smart.
at C9.
It's just so crazy. Going from 14 squads to 7 squads from that bloodbath of that circle pulling away from all the squads that were stuck on that north side here. EEC, though, because it's a team that lands in this POI and they've been waiting patiently, they
I mean, this is so fucked up for EEC. EEC literally can't play their game until Moist does something. It's just so shit.
So now backing away, they're really going to have to rely on Carter to build up this space here, put in some extra pressure with the caustic gas before the enemy team on the other side, who has that caustic, tries to build up that same space. Now playing off the high ground, you could see TSM have also.
Yeah, see how C9 backed up in their building though, bro? They're playing the backside of it. Good job by C9. Really good play.
Finally rotating here to the south side when that circle was closing originally, and to the
And
north,
DZ had nowhere to go.
We're
GG's.
also trying to split their attention onto TSM as well as Space Station, who are playing on their south.
Space Station also have controlled a lot of area. They are bowling low, however, and Brex has very little cover to play with. Even playing with fire in the window. Everybody
Look at that Moist and EEC up top is so fucked. Oh, Moist about to torch him. Oh, Moist about to torch him, baby.
Ahead of EEC, the Thermite's doing work. Moist could find 3 KP before it's all said and done.
He
Oh,
drops down here. Boys, the Thermite was able to
oh
clean up
my
so much
God,
of
a
the
hell of a
pressure.
play
Lone
by
Side was forced
Moist.
to close in here
Are
too
you
hard,
fucking
and
kidding
gets
me?
Taken out, so do the rest of Sentinels. And in this building,
That's
the
a
one that Moist is
phenomenal
in
play.
right here, TSM and Space Station are sharing that space while nobody's contesting C9 from the south.
That's a great play.
Tossing arc stars. It is all good from C9.
Great job putting the thermites down to create pressure on the team inside. Good job with the super jump, bro, to get over to the fucking building. But C9 is doing a great job here, too. They play the back side of the building, so all the teams rotating in are going to pressure each other while they get no pressure on themselves. I'm really impressed with how C9's been playing, bro. I was a little bit of a doubter in the beginning of the split, and middle of the split, to be honest. I didn't think they were going to make land at all. I respect the fuck out of them, dude.
The problem is the ring. It's pulling again towards C9.
Oh no, and with that scan, they know that there's two.
C9 has to win this game.
Green light for Space Station to immediately fully send it onto Hal. He's playing up the knockdown shields in front of him between Verhulst and Reps, and C9 looking at all of this, know that they're not going to be giving up this space. They're going to be staying here, settled pretty, while watching the rest of the lobby fight out right in front of them. Our last four
barely any KP though, man. I actually don't think they have one.
They have one. TSM being Hal, and then C9 to the south. They see TSM has been eliminated, and they're not going to be giving up more of this space as they try to swing over to the side.
There's very little space for these teams to play, but a bit of a rock outcropping right now.
I mean, C9 wins this game, surely. Unless Moist does some crazy shit, but C9 should just have to watch Moist and fucking SSG fight each other. They can play the backside. They're triple purple, probably have cost to go the year too. I don't think they get Bloodhound ulti here at all, though.
Smokes for temporary cover and for control of the open space. Bloodhound ults are going to come at a premium, and SSG are not taking the gamble, instead pushing further and closer to Moist. Ultimately, pushing these teams
and there's that swing.
It's just going to result in one of them going
wow, what a fucking rock, though.
Rockets forward onto C9. How are they going to come out ahead of this, Vicky?
I don't think they do. They're going to grief now Moist. Makes sense. Bro, no way. Does Moist win this? Does Moist win this?
A game that C9 desperately needed, and MT's looking out for blood. He climbs up above. He's trying to take
what?
An angle. They need some help, though. MT and Guild are low, but Waltzy is clearing the lobby. He finds two, and he wins the entirety of C9 by himself. Moist take game number 3.
How does Moist take the... What a fucking game, man.
Very few teams are
bro, that is a beautiful job by Moist. Are you fucking kidding me? From the top side fucking zipline building, getting the height, pressuring EEC as the zone's closing in with the thermites, then super jumping on top. I don't know why C9 didn't swing right side and get more damage as to where Moist was, or throw grenades. They knew that SSG had other pressure.
Moist micro rotates there were actually top tier.
Oh, what the fuck is C9 doing though? Why are they not swinging right to get more angles on Moist as if they're getting shot at? They just kind of sat back the whole time. Yes, I was right.
And normally when you're playing, say, spots like Devastated,
F again?
Coastal, you do have an opportunity to
y'all keep
make
saying
use
F.
of tridents if you would like
to. Is my stream lagging
Perfect
or what?
Example here. Thank you, Ape Gang.
What's going on?
And pick up a few of the Evo caches that
bro, is it an Echo fucking HQ game? Are you saying lag while we're watching, or are you saying lag because of me?
With 9 lives, which
like
is
lag while we're watching?
When you're landing over by Millage and you've got a squad landing Cenote. But it is the Trident that is a really valuable resource when we're on Storm Point.
Oh yeah, they're talking me, bro. You're scaring the fuck out of me, Jack.
Brings to get you around to get
you Shocky is the fuck at the back.
Spots on the map than you might otherwise be able to access with such speed.
Echo HQ, baby.
Well, it's going to be one that teams like Ape Gang and maybe even Optic over there on the edge of Down Beast
back
are
to
going
back
to have to consider
Echo.
when we talk about a zone like this. Not
so ridiculous.
Quite as deep towards that southeastern side like last time around.
Low-key would rather take a barometer zone over Echo. I mean, real. To watch at least.
For most of the rosters out there towards our west. This one though, leaving a lot more of the playable space, more directly, of course, towards.
See, that's just so bad for DSG, LG, TSM. Like,
but of course, a lot of the
fact that TSM makes top 4 last game going into Devastated is low-key fucking unbelievable. Actually, mind-blowingly good. Yeah, thanks, Shocky. I appreciate it, bro. Hope college going well, man.
Should have a lot of practice fighting Legacy, but Sentinels get caught off guard. And now, without Zenile, it's RKN and Luda who are left on white shields to survive, perhaps fight another day, but it isn't looking good for them. Zephyr is no support legend for this squad.
House title is a
zone-oriented team means that they've now been denied the rotation.
I know. That's what I'm saying. How do you watch what they're doing and not think that you should be playing that too? That's kind of my point.
This is something that we've been waiting.
It obviously works a little bit. A test run wouldn't be a bad idea.
Rearing their head in our regional final. I know.
Yeah, so Moist gonna get another fucking perfect zone here, bro. Going to Echo HQ side. That's so good for Moist.
When we talk about those overall standings regarding where they currently rest at the edge of these 3 games. Currently 12 with only 13 points. they don't have completely enough points to feel dominantly safe. And like you said, it's that additional practice that goes alongside.
Fun to see Oxygen setting up down here. It is a
Does the quarter game mean they still haven't flushed out Destroyer? I mean, I have no idea. I don't really know the situation. I'm not going to try to act like I know, bro. I don't know the topic on hand and how the fuck they handle this or why they're doing this, but it's what it is. I ain't going to sit here and act like I know shit when I definitely don't.
You're not sure where the zone is going to go. Way outside of it is going to be really punishing, potentially, if you get the zone.
And Sentinels went down early, too.
Unfortunately for Sentinels, they're the ones who are punished the most for underestimating Legacy once and then for sticking around.
For those of you who are Sentinel fans,
so Justin,
into today, this is one of those.
Damn, we're whipping that. That look looks fucking sick on the third person POV.
Their very best coming into this with
looks so fire.
51
and there's that DZ special, baby. Evo cash, fucking early game farming, baby. That's what it's all about for these guys.
The complete opposite story.
I want to point out too,
right through where
with their
were as well as a very
damn, they got stuck real big time.
maneuver. We've seen it already not play out too well, and Legacy hold the high ground immaculately.
And steal the car!
Back into the spider caves from whence they came.
And steal the car!
For their trouble. You can't write this.
Oh my god, there's no fucking way. That's awesome.
Legacy is allowed to just get away.
Dude, that is phenomenal.
So much. We talk about the early game rotation.
Holy
diving
shit.
down to low, taking
I love that from them, bro. That's a great play.
Stealing this one away here is something that will hopefully benefit them as we get towards that late game. But for
that
teams
is
that need to
dude.
find their way to late game, 8 struggle here in the midst of Oxygen.
Unfortunately for them, after losing one, Ape Gang are getting aped, and they've got to retreat fully.
They gotta fucking run full. They're dead as fuck.
Here and now,
God, nice shots.
Things are not looking too good.
Woo!
And the double AR loadout almost takes them down. Finn's got to be a bit careful with how wide we swing this, but in a 3 versus 2, you can kind of throw
that guy's
caution to the
fucking
wind.
rocked. GG's.
Oxygen should be picking up another
Shout out that boy, Dan
momentarily,
Mantic.
and it'll mean they've got an additional 2 points to herald them into the further zones. They do have another squad coming.
So Ape didn't really do well on Storm Point either.
For Xset?
It seems like.
Even if they take something like this evac, it can be heavily punished here. But the trigger is pulled just a little too early. Obviously, you won't see that rotation come through furthermore for Oxygen, but had we potentially seen maybe a little bit more of a delay of action, that could have been a free
Exit that takes the evac.
Xset, but still, a free evac is, I'll still say, a benefit.
This is a weird day of Apex Legends, Zephyr. We've seen Dark Zero roll up
and Furia getting caught out in Cascade.
Now we've seen
what is going the fuck on right now, bro?
And then
look at a really sloppy early game for Game 4. It's a very sloppy early game. What's going on?
Away like this, but in the midst of all of this fighting, that's almost a byproduct of a very aggressive game that we've gotten so far.
Yeah, it's pretty aggressive,
teams
for sure.
that are trying to rotate into a very familiar Echo HQ zone are getting caught out because I dare say they're letting their guards down a bit too much.
So weird. Like Xset getting caught out in Cascade through a fucking south side something like that is actually crazy to think about. They never do that shit.
You can at least explain to us where maybe some of those teams exist.
Yeah, well, one of the fascinating things we talked about Oxygen earlier on about this zone is that you're, as Oxygen say, hoping that you've got an end game over here, and there are a couple end zones that this can be. With this next zone showing us, there aren't quite as many. There's of course.
So go straight towards fucking Echo HQ, baby. Who would have thought?
More clutter on the map, but
that's gonna be great for Moist, who's in fucking third place, by the way. So they get a fucking great game towards them.
Actually, has won them multiple games over in champs and at playoffs. End zones like this will provide for teams like Oxygen that then get to approach from a place where no one else is. 9 Lives who can take control of this ridge line. And any team like
look at Furia, bro. That's how bad they got caught out. What is going on, bro? They got caught out so bad, brother.
Evac or Valkyrie into wherever the end zone is.
There's all so
this
separate.
Is something that teams, at least for those still kind of fighting their way inside, they've got a bit of a gatekeeper and a monster of one at that to potentially stop them from getting towards the Echo if it is to garner itself there. We saw Dark Zero try and they made for rotation.
And what is this?
They're in the midst of
bro, we are getting active on the fucking scene right now, baby. What is going on?
Coming into the action here and now just cleaning up the remnants of this IMC armory, a free position for their next move in.
Damn, so Native got ran over at fucking...
talking about this last game, but the IMC Armories, they're
An
not in the
IMC?
glorious state they used to be.
That's an aggressive play from TSM, and I low-key love it, dude.
The late game.
I low-key love that.
So many points of access now that an IMC Armory is a stopgap for where your next rotation will take you. The Native, unfortunately, get caught out before that next move happens. Dark Zero have now sat themselves right next to their Aussie buddies, as over in Echo HQ, they will be sharing space inherently with Moist.
Damn, so Native Gaming, another early fucking elimination, bro.
Great spot for Dark Zero, as you and I both know that ultimately we're pulling a little further away from the big Echo HQ.
I mean, one thing with Echo HQ zones, too, chat, don't forget, there are so many spots for you to play in Echo HQ. Some are obviously more safe than others. The only issue is for teams like Moist, they literally cannot get KP. You're sitting inside and you're making sure that at all costs, no one takes inside, right, where you're at. So basically, you're just sitting in there turtling the whole time. So honestly, I like Moist's spot for being a top 3 team in this late game, but you got to try to win this game.
Well,
winning here is so important for Moist. They get no KP off this at all.
Pushed back by Oxygen, but 9 lives of the beneficiaries with yet another Trident. We'll see how they make use of it. Perhaps it's another express delivery into the hands of Legacy.
DC spot is so
will be approaching from that side of the ring.
Monsoon's a menace right now.
Still bunkered up. Everybody holds their breath for the
Hell yeah,
next
Zink.
zone.
We're gonna be playing a lot more ranked going into next week, bro. I love you.
Zephyr, but at such a time, there will be a lot of teams in Echo HQ that have to
reevaluate
their current positioning as it stands for the late game and likely fight each other in order to hold what very few buildings remain in the POI.
And DSG triple red.
And when we talk about buildings in
no
POIs
damage from
here,
Timmy, triple red armor.
Have no skin in the game.
Can say I think that's fair. I just literally can't.
Taking advantage of a lot of that slowing rotate and the assist in terms of building those resources that we discussed earlier. It's one of the few teams that are currently sitting on triple reds, and the hope now is of course finding that further transition to see how a team can fight and slowly work their way, and a great example of that being
but sadly everything got fucked over, Bandits, because of scheduling for this
to these early zones going into game 3, but ultimately had to transition back into where our zone was finishing and were able to do so.
9 lives keep their eyes out on Oxygen. Still plenty of time for Oxygen.
Well, not really. When you think about it, they fight their way in the zone, but DSG is doing this without fighting. You know what I mean? Oh, what a fucking shift. And C9, another fucking great call. Tell me C9 gets 2 back-to-back top 3s to fucking start off these regional finals, bro. Tell me right now. Tell me right now they do it.
The option to stick by the pylon side for this next ring and pull a late evac or Valgold into the zone. But for that, you've got to be alone, and Furia is far from it facing off against LG.
Pursuit already down here and now completely knocked out. Edges upon the ring for Furia. This is free pickings in the 2v.
Don't forget that LG got knocked over at Furia, bro, at Cascade early, and now they're actually dying to Furia now as well. It's fucking crazy. How did Furia get a reset here? Are they actually a reset or only a duo? I can't see.
To this next
zone. I think they are.
Do get to follow up behind Furia here. We're talking about 30 seconds for them to find what is hopefully something of not even just a nice edge position. That's already taken. They need to fight for even something like that.
That's great.
Looking at how Furia are playing this, it's
pretty Furia got to pick on Sweden. Phenomenal play
as well.
Respect
These
that.
2 teams that are facing off against each other.
First two games kind of busy, yes sir.
More firepower one way or the other. With the banner recovery of Sweet, it's nice that LG get to rotate away, but Furia are not in a better position as a result. They're going to have to move towards the south, rotate.
All right, let's see if TSM does a Valk Goldie here, bro. Let's see where they land. Because don't forget, TSM's last Valk Goldie was the reason that they actually even got a top 4 situation. Again, on the outskirts of zone, have another fucking evac or Valk option, getting into zone again. I mean, like I said, I think majority of squads that were struggling this split should have tried to run the TSM comp.
To save them going into the future here, but ultimately, if they are to walk into
DSG now too,
complexity, it'll be met with potential punishment. For now, though, you see that Wraith, it means only one thing.
Yeah, DSG, baby.
Single shot from dropped wasn't quite enough, not connecting, and it has forced Optic to play off of the low ground. They do have to fight disguised for this height at some point.
That's such a passive play by
TSM, however,
and here we go. Valk Goldie for TSM. Where do they go? Let's see the game plan here.
On top of the gravity cannon gives them an uncontested landing, but one that can be sieged from multiple angles. I think they spot one just as they land. It's Oxygen starting to encroach on TSM.
for Optic here outside of Pylon. They need to defend the edges.
Nice.
They want to
Good knock.
transition in,
Well
and it's
played.
more
Nice
than
shot.
clean for their elimination.
That's
of
huge too, man.
9
Wasn't
lives
DSG close?
here on
DSG's
the
pretty
edge,
far.
and on top of that,
And
this
LG does get rest.
defends them from the damage that could be going alongside remaining members.
And the fucking dude,
of course,
duo right now,
Disguise
Fury is
as
playing
well,
like a
but
3-man. I
Fury,
love
even
it.
as a
I
duo,
love it.
Continues to ream and beam, lay down pressure here that you might see them take advantage more than you'd expect.
And now that Furia control the
Yeah, I mean,
ridge
Optic
line,
had a
they're
great
in
start
odd
yesterday, bro. I
spot.
want to see how it ends. Like their start's great.
Onto Optic.
We're pretty
Their
fucking
backs
solid
are
right now.
vulnerable, and
Well,
Furia
at least
do
more
not have the
aggressive and at least a
manpower
little
to
bit more
watch
confident in their
every
fights,
angle.
which I like.
Madness looks down. Oxygen Esports are going to be watching from behind, and we still got the
No, I'm not
LG
pre-recording,
disguised fight happening here, with neither team ultimately benefiting from this. Both desperately needing a relocate. Sweet's just gotten back into the game, so LG are 3 strong, but they aren't on red shield strong.
Notably,
And they're forcing LG right into Optic here, too.
Up here shortly, they have the double evacs available for a larger rotation ahead if they are to drop down. Well, all but
DZ
similar
eliminated,
to what we
16th
saw
place.
in TSM, but for that
Holy
feed
shit,
up
early
there,
exit.
Dark
Nice.
Zero eliminated by Samsung early here. That's a huge monster you no longer have to fight with.
Braver down. Not a good look for Optic as they lose 1. It is on a contest for the Ridge, and it is against a duo. If Optic can't clutch it now.
No, we're not losing that to a duo, baby. That's huge, man. LG and DSG leaving. Optic need to win that fucking fight, bro. Way cleaner than that shit,
DSG
dude.
rotate up ahead of Luminosity. Can third party the fight on hype, but instead are going to rotate right into zone with Luminosity following immediately behind them. It is a scramble to get into the ring, and there are very few places that you can really land and make it work. LG zoom.
Oh my god, dude.
Disguise
14 squads of round 4 is a great game, baby. It's a great game.
Focused by Disguise, who have to balance both sides of the equation. Instead, somehow they make their way to relative safety inside of Echo HQ and are now fighting a totally different squad. Oxygen even evacing over all this.
That's not a bad rotate either, bro. These fucking evacs / Falcons are not awful. Actually pretty goddamn decent landings, man. I'll take that shit. Caliente is 4 months.
Notable potential shots that can come through from all sides here. Luminosity just barely getting themselves back up in recovery, now looking below and finding out that this building is more vacant than they expected here. Playing on the outskirts have left them safe for now.
And Optic made it in, so
and many others like Oxygen look for the corners that be, but this time around find the damage that comes along with it.
No, they're good. Reset. They're good.
Now that we have seen almost used as a zoning
Reset here
tool,
for sure.
keeping people from swinging an angle, knowing that you're walking into a devotion. It is
So LG went down, Oxygen go down. 2 of the teams that did rotate in died.
Knocked may even be able to stick a res. No gold knockdowns as it appears.
SSG is pressuring now. It's fucking annoying.
Immediately gone for this. SSG are looking at it. E8 have to approach on this. I'll be honest, Zephyr, the low
Holy Shuby Tubi! Shuby with a fucking wipe! That's Complexity that comes in for the third party, bro. Good third by Complexity, bro. They waited for that fight to break out inside to show presence on the outside. That's a great job. It's a great job.
After that engagement,
Look at that zone pull, man, right to where C9's at. C9, though, has to make a decision as to where they want to play in this late game. I didn't get to see what they wanted.
Success against the third party.
That's crazy.
Against EEC before finally being wiped out by Complexity in the end. But we still
Exit's still alive as well.
Total
the top 10
remaining as
Smatter Brothers to the tier 1.
Entirety of Echo here and force everyone to rotate down south. You can already see these rotations. Optic right behind one another.
That's really good play by Optic, bro, to go up the staircase to pressure. That's such a good fucking job, man.
Openers to find good fights, good kills that they desperately need. Right now, only 4 kills so far. While it is good, is not enough.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually really impressed.
To contest a team like C9 who have yet to go down. Dropped. Doesn't get hit by the rockets. However, this is them up against DSG once again, and it's going to be a double swing from Dropped and Skittles to try and take down one. Complexity are the ones that ultimately fall there, missing out on Kimchi and Lou. 1 member left.
That's a hell of a fucking knock from Monsoon, though, on Optic, bro. That sucks.
But trades one out in the meantime.
I mean, bro, it's a great game from Optic, and DSG just fucking fed their game, bro. Just kill Optic. That was a shit play.
To make it a 4th
And TSM with a fucking great third too, man. That's how it goes. Not a bad play from DSG. Don't think they need to get overly aggressive right there to kill Optic, but I think they were dead no matter what, so not a bad play. Because TSM will probably swing that after the scan, so good play. Monsoon low-key griefed the fuck out of Optic, though. There might have been a chance they survived that, to be real. And Xset and C9 are still alive, bro, and Moist. So C9 takes the backside building, which is a good call. And Xset's right underneath them. Dude, where does Xset die early on this game? There's no fucking way. That's SSG down below, right?
But I'll be honest, right below TSM, not exactly.
Xset had to have a good game here. There's no shot.
A lot of work taking out just a few members of SSG.
Moist eliminated. Not a bad game. Top 7, but that's the problem, bro. No KP probably for a top 7 for Moist. Because they've been here the whole time just chilling. Figs, man, thanks for the fucking 6 months. Bro, Fig Newtons are so good.
It'll be a fight between TSM, Xset, and C9 as to who can live the longest to contest Legacy's position.
I really like this from TSM here, playing off of the very rare pickup of the Valve coming in clutch here to give Variables the option to find those angles. But with that comes the respect that you see ever so similarly from the likes of a team like C9. Their position going to last a little bit longer than we talk about the edges out there.
Yo, do you know where C9 lands off spawn?
Majority of the stack to contest with, notably that zip right there. Potentially the place that they'll have to look first against Xset.
Now, C9 predicted the zone really well, but
two of their
members are on blues. They do not have the power spikes, really, of late game to be taking a full-on 3v3. And
Xset died, bro.
I'm going to be real with you right now. Xset are a foregone conclusion.
Oh, my God.
TSM and C9 that hold the high ground.
TSM's Evo
shields are so much scarier. As Imperial Howl takes onto the forefront, Legacy are just watching this happen, waiting for their chance.
That's such a good spot for them too to die like that.
Because the zone is coming to them.
It's a perfect setup as the.
That's gotta be a TSM win, I guess.
OI comes into play as TSM are able to clutch up.
Maybe not.
Out in front of them.
They gotta want these two teams fight though, bro. They're stalling this so perfectly. Even as a duo, this is gonna be possible. Legacy's getting fucking torched now too.
C9 swing
it's a hell of an end game, baby. It's a hell of an end game.
Naughty's got no health. TSM have all the time in the world, and C9 go down as a duo with the high ground.
Well played.
TSM can still do nothing against
Shut the
Legacy.
fuck up.
Or
shut the fuck up.
It's 1v1. Hal's got no shields, but a shield swap comes in. Jaguaris has the health advantage. Hal's got to drop and take the fight, but Jaguaris with the havoc from behind. The caustic barrel takes.
Oh my God, the caustic barrels, bro, just put Hal in such an awkward situation. Good job by Legacy, man. It's a fucking hell of a game for the boys, bro. I want to be that guy, but listen, I don't care how this might sound a little mean. I got to be honest. That music after a win is fucking awful.
Onto Legacy, and how the favor was then returned onto them by TSM. But like a lot of people playing or overplaying their hands.
All right, turn off the music. We got a fucking contest going on. Come on now, kid.
What we'll be seeing though is that 50-50 go down between Ipcan and Xset. Let's get it started.
Let's get it started indeed. They didn't show 9 lives though, so just to shout out, they were playing a little bit of Lifeline in that last game. I wonder if they'll stick with it here. But great points and great discussion as we head into it. If you're watching right now, that will be available to play. And check out those changes. Obviously, these pros, though, they don't want anything to change, especially if you're in the position of TSM, who have found themselves at the very top of the leaderboards yet again.
See, now where Ape Gang is I think the better spot. Because now you see Xset getting scanned from Optic. Optic's in a really desperate situation, so they're going to want as much KP and points as possible. So they're looking to kill and third party wherever they can over on this side of the map, knowing contests happening to them over in Fragment, from Fragment East to Monument. Where Ape Gang is, they control the momentum and how fucking Xset's going to rotate out of this POI. Xset can go now left side and maybe go towards landslide. That's the only spot they can really rotate out of. They can't go through Fragment. Optics there. They can't go top side because Ape Gang's there. They only have really one way to go through. Which is why I think that Xset not taking that spot from them is stupid.
Nice. We're able to get that drone
game 5.
to pick up a gold helmet. You always love to see that because you'll be able to have
Climatizer. Okay.
We get to take a look at where this circle is going to be pulling. We have those southern zones over by Storm Point. Well, time to take a trip over by Climatizer here on World's Edge.
We'll take that.
It's going to allow teams like Space Station to already have that POI.
Ciao, we're back. I'm going to go pee real quick. I got to pee so bad. Let's go pee.
That this is where that circle would be pulling. And teams like Optic not wasting any time contesting Monument or Fragment East, already going in for the rotate. And XA had gotten ahead of Ape Gang and Optic in that.
Obviously, the strength of rotating early is that position, but sometimes these pulls have been devastating, especially when you overcommit for some of these teams. It's meant that even Dark Zero in good positions have not been able to pull out those wins in the same way that, you know, their spot might have indicated, because you can never fully know, especially at this point. So it's these late rotate teams who are very consistent with it, and not complexity, but DSGs, the Furias, even TSMs, LGs at this point. Going to see if they continue to see if that's working for them at the start of this, as we follow along with complexity.
I'm back.
And dropped on Optic and the rest of his team, Skittle Cakes and Noct. They've been trying to find a resurgence here.
Man, I can't lie, bro. Every zone for DSG
it's gonna be
has been fucking terrible.
One of those things where, is it enough?
Every single zone for DSG has been borderline impossible for them to rotate.
Unless Oxygen just
this one is definitely a little bit easier because they like to go to the skyhook side anyway.
But you hate to rely
but that fucking sucks.
The downfall
they just traveled from north side,
team on top. It's just way too risky.
Up north pad all the way down to south, and now they're going from south all the way to north.
Low ground of the
this
tunnel.
is so rough, man.
Gonna be playing more so on the edge because we can expect the circle to continuously pull more so to the north unless it pulls by the rock side of Overlook on the southeastern side.
Australia, how you doing today?
Teams
yeah, people, what up, kid?
Talking about 9 lives who are leaving Grandma's house. LG
hey,
right behind him. Enemy over there. And this is one of the squads that coming out of the countdown side here by this choke. They're taking some shots at 9 lives, but Sweet missing out on some of these Hemlock shots. Completely Climatizer, but so many other teams that are in the area. Could actually be Optic that have already taken control over that rotate that we saw earlier, leaving quickly from Fragment.
Damn.
And now having to play off this
lane. It's a great rotate for Ape Gang,
bro. You can expect a lot of
actually a phenomenal rotate. They make it in a fucking they make it into a Climatizer in a great way.
It absolutely is. There's a lot of places, a lot of layers to it as well.
They can actually stabilize and hold this down. This is a great spot for Ape Gang. Good fucking ulti too to push off. That's a great job.
To one another, because a team like this trying to hold down, it's got to have.
Yo, Sam Regis, give us up, man.
Hold this space. It also, in an interesting way, is what Drop said. Because you have a Caustic and so many people have a Caustic, it makes it a little bit less valuable. Consider a team like TSM who's been running the Bangalore and the Bloodhound and the Valkyrie in that same position, rotating early. Now that they've switched onto the Caustic, they'd be able to hold, but without that, it'd be very, very difficult to go up
for TSM, man. My God.
In that zone. And
the gold helm on Hal for the Bloodhound is crazy. Triple blue already too. Triple purple is great.
Changes for World's Edge, knowing that this is very likely going to be the case. A lot more building heavy, a lot less long range shooting, and they've made the changes to prepare for that.
Oh, LG have found the space right underneath the building that Ape Gang was looking at originally. Caustic traps that were set up there now. I'm going to be able to get deleted.
And that's a good play for LG too.
But this is a great spot.
Honestly, a great fucking rotate. This spot's pretty good. Oh my God, and there it is, bro. There's the difference of loot right now. A zone team playing against TSM here. Triple blue, triple purple. TSM should mop the fuck out of Sentinels in this situation every time.
So this is a safe fight to take for now.
No,
TSM up on top. Sentinels trying to get involved here. Arcade
the
building, but look at the disparity. It's purples versus blue. That represents 75 extra.
And there we go, bro.
Can burn through.
Do you see what I'm talking about, man?
So
they just fight another team in zone with triple blue armor, and there's not even a fucking.
To put him on match point. Right here, he's gonna clutch up again.
You see what I'm saying, man?
Don't worry about the shield swap. Knows the pulse on high and reps.
That's the armor difference right there that TSM recognizes so well, more than any other team in the world. They recognize armor differential so well.
As we take a look at the map, as well as Dark Zero, the only teams outside of the zone behind them, but looking like there's so much other places that they can play on the north or western side of this ring that TSM have really done a good job of making sure no threats are going to be pushing up on them.
It's not the armor though. You cannot watch that fight and just don't think that TSM is not getting a huge lead in that fight just based off armor
split positioning and the follow-ups for how forcing them to get out of position into Verhulst's line of sight. That was Chef's kiss there. And like you mentioned, Rainday, they've cleared that angle of where that next circle is going to be pulling, completely looking at the other squads that have taken their time to rotate. Dark Zero also are going to be able to get that survey beacon by Grandma's house, a team that does like to take their time to get into the circle. Meanwhile, Over by Fragment, the party's still going. It's going to be Furia versus Moist here.
Nice shot for the G7 as well.
They don't push that with white. That's my point, you fuckers. They don't push that.
Especially if you can get a headshot.
But they don't recognize it's triple purple.
And Moist, of course, one of our top 2 teams, trying to see if they can push it to number 1 after this. Let's listen in on how they make their move from Fragment.
My goodness.
It doesn't make sense for that not to be Legacy behind us, MT. C9 shouldn't be that slow.
Ooh, Moist POV. Accents.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't see a shot southwest.
Evac in here.
What's this other team northwest doing?
Monument, I don't see anyone. They're back here now.
Over here. Okay, I'm smoking.
Okay. We might get held on this side. No, there's no one on the hill.
Right here. Yeah, we should just walk it up to here.
Going?
It's nice little listening.
Ring cons on it up for, but
Makes sense to listen to Moist, bro. They had a really good day so far.
The map to see where people are right now.
There's one team overlook.
Well, Moist, actually, smart call there. C9 was well rotated.
That's all we're getting?
They were pointing out it was Legacy who have made their move and found themselves in the zone.
Oh man, Gilderson said, all right.
Moist, they just want to play safe, Vicky, and that might be the right call for now.
That's all we got.
A team that can't play it safe, though, DSG versus Furia. This is a fight that is going to happen.
And DSG being the only team to still rock that Wraith here too, so that's going to be a notice for Furia to know exactly who they're dealing with here. The face had been used earlier too, as you could hear that being used right behind.
And here we go, show preference, show pro. Again, like they just said, man, Furia can recognize who it is immediately because of Wraith. No one else playing Wraith.
To get out of their line of sight. Meanwhile, another fight happening on the northern side of Epicenter. Uphill, it's going to be Dark Zero trying to take control over this building. That is going to be 9 lives.
Tomorrow,
have
Gerardo.
already situated themselves
7 a.m. PST tomorrow.
And behind 9 lives, it's going to be Legacy. So whichever of these teams try to actually fully commit first will get inevitably third-partied by Legacy on the other side of that building.
Fighting first sometimes just is a death sentence, and it may not be immediate, but the cascading elements of that fight usually have dire consequences. So in this situation, Furia and DSG
if Furia gets ult back here, bro, they should send this shit immediately.
We just make sure they know
without
not
a
to
fucking
take our
doubt
space here, not to do anything crazy. We still got a lot of ways to go in this zone. 2 of our latest rotating teams hasn't worked out.
Oh my god, that's just gonna keep on pulling, baby. Good fucking job on the call from SSG, dude. That's a hard call to make. I really hate playing these backside buildings just because I never know if the zone's going to pull out over here. And if the zone pulls out towards RV right here, right, these buildings are out the next zone. They're not going to be in the next one. So SSG takes a risky call playing these 2 buildings because they have nowhere else to go after this is out. But they actually get the right call here, and it pulls back a little bit more. It's going to pull all the way back. And DSG dies, of course, in this situation. And there we go. Furia does get the Bloodhound ulti back, and they get aggressive on the DSG. It's a good play by Furia, man. Can they win this, though, is the question.
They did lose Madness, though, so can they get him back is the question. Just trying to throw some nades. Maybe they can bait it out a little bit, but just going to play the shield most likely. Enemy in design. They've got more than enough damage. And let's not forget about going into the Void. One of the only immunity frames in all of Apex
that's
Legends.
a crazy swing.
But design is said here.
That's a crazy swing, man.
And it's his Watson as well.
And Moist with the third party. Great fucking third party, man. And they both die for it. See, that's, but like, in that situation, why the fuck is DSG not committing to a rotate farther in? Why are we taking a fight top Icicle? Why are we not just getting past Furia and getting bottom Epi to get more into zone? We have a portal. I'm so lost on that play.
Now they get to profit.
I mean, great job by Keon on the swing. Good job by Furia for not allowing DSG to sit there. But like, what an awkward spot to stop the rotation at and force a fight.
Taking control of that building next, and with TSM calling in an evac. Of course, this is not Stormpoint. No Valkyrie here. They're taking to the skies to maybe see if they can get into a better position.
But again, I don't know because I don't have comms from their team. Listening to their POV can be completely different. Maybe they had no like heals. Maybe they needed to fight. I don't know.
Is this why Rampart lobbies in normal pub games this week? I don't know, but those evac towers, obviously, you run the risk of people in that position being able to shoot them down. Now they've got to make the walk. It's a difficult one. Oriolis in front of them.
And here we go. Triple blue versus triple purple yet again.
Decides to throw the Bloodhound ult, and it works. Sees Flesh.
God,
and definitely wants to push this. Sees another bit as well, and an opening with the Prowler, but the Bangalore ultimate, while it's bought them a little bit of time, it doesn't seem like it's gone too much. It's risky to find
my God, what the fuck just happened to How?
Going down, they will not claim match point.
What just happened? There we go, match point team dead.
Oh, that
What
was
just
so
happened?
risky. Yes, he left 2-1, but
that visual clutter was
consequences
crazy.
So much take damage. These aren't what the changes and look
And DIG eliminated
to clean up. It is Legacy sliding in.
That's a good third party by Legacy too,
care
man.
of dropped in gaming. While they're playing off that low ground, though, teams like Moist Esports are going to be rotating off that high ground. You can see them on the other side of the bridge with Yanya being right below them and Dark Zero now on the other side of Moist. Going to be able to take control of over that bridge that Legacy had given up to Moist earlier.
No matter what, we're playing another game.
I'm Carmack, how you doing, buddy?
TSM had won. However, that would have secured them the win, and we would have been playing.
No, Meat is getting relegated.
Game 6 for placement. That would determine who would ultimately qualify for LAN. Now, we're playing another game, but we may keep on going. That
what a hell of a fight.
In Apex Legends.
Two teams on the cusp of not qualifying for LAN, fighting on the back end. Game 5.
In the ranks as well. Aiden will find some damage around the box, but it's not enough. He gets taken down as well as a player comes in from behind.
And C9 won that? Bro, C9 was not fucking around yesterday, baby. They were not fucking around. C9 was about it all yesterday, brother.
Oh, they called him the bangle here. Dark Zero forced to drop down from the high ground. It is 9 lives with the blue Evo shields that have come in at the perfect time. They need to capitalize off of this, but they lose out on so much HP. No shields on all players of 9 lives right now as they're trying to reset, but they do get a knock onto Zero. Huge knock here. They finish him off, and Jen on the other side does trade here. Dynasty literally so
wow,
low.
and somehow N9L loses to DC in that situation.
Slides in, but he can't
and
get
Moist with good rotate too.
It is Sykes, the last one alive.
Oh, here we go, baby. It's a pretty fucking good endgame here, man. 13 squads of round 4. Climb a fuck endgame. Gonna keep on pulling back, by the way. Going RV / backside.
Just hold on for DZ, but Moist are ahead. And they found a great spot up here on high. They can play this ridge, and they can see from above. And this is gonna be so good for MT. Trying to pick up KP as well.
I definitely cannot do that on stream.
More, they get Yanya. That's a Legacy who's trying to move in as Jaguares and Legacy are fighting Complexity, and Monsoon is alive still. Moist actually helped them out
reset?
there, so Monsoon
and they've all that loot in the back?
It looks like an angel
and
from
Ape Gang is in RV? How did Ape Gang go from front side climber to fucking back of RV? What a fucking play. And Xset gets caught down below. So both teams contesting Monument. One get RV, one gets fucking low ground and climber. The difference in rotation there is crazy. And the difference in spot is nuts as well.
He saw the skin from right below them here.
That's what I was saying, though. You see how Xset's rotate is stalled by Ape, but Ape is able to rotate out, so Ape gets RV and Xset gets fuck all. Because Ape is able to stall the rotate out for no reason. They want to.
Have now moved from the fence line, and they get taken out by Moist. Optic Gaming
get
eliminated here with 9 squads left.
You shall not pass. Moist trying to let it be known that we are up above. Don't even think about it. They're doing a good job of that. 44 to the dome. Gildersons.
To the fucking dome. GG's. And Xset not running away.
That's crazy, man. With the performance of Moist, they're trying to get on match point. If they do something crazy here, I think it's possible. They're second place right now with 40 points, Vicky. 9 squads left. That's easily enough. I think TSM were on 39 and did it with 7 squads left, getting just a second place. So if Moist keep this up, we could be looking at 2 teams on match point after this.
He got taken out in the middle of the gondola.
What the fuck am I watching, bro?
Oh, he said bye. Or my Uber driver taking me. Naughty may see him back in the lobby because he gets beamed immediately.
What the fuck am I watching?
Line, trying to escape
that is a shit shot. I mean,
from the circle,
not much C9 can do there, I guess, dude. Holy shit.
For now, but the rain claims Cloud9, 7 squads left, and LG.
C9's comms there were probably so fucked. My goodness.
Trying to messily find their way into that next circle, but they're in the line of sight of squads like
Run, Sweet, run, Sweet, run! How is Sweet alive? How is Sweet alive?
Moist still getting placement points. I'm not sure it's enough though.
How is Sweet alive?
Goes down with 42 points. They will not be on match point. I don't think anyone else can do it at this time. And it's Elevate Gaming. Sweet, I believe, on LG still alive. SSG as well as Native Gaming are your final 4 teams.
Bro, how is no one shooting Sweet? I'm losing my mind.
Vicky, Elevate. They've got space now.
Oh my god, bro. The fact he gets top 4 there is fucking crazy.
But because they're in the middle,
are you kidding me? And what a spot on the back rocks right now, too, man.
It almost guarantees that one of these teams
what a spot
push them first.
Absolutely. Ooh, huge beams coming in. Phony trying to get that follow-up here. Playing off.
I mean, realistically, your SSG shouldn't really get hard focused. They're good on the left side. Native should actually shoot the fuck right now out of E8 on that rotate out of RV. They should focus on just straight 3v3, 3v6ing E8 inside RV, kill them, and then let that 3v3 happen with SSG.
In so many ways. You think of Rambo, you think of the ability to show up and clutch, you think of the hair as well. We'll see if he's going to be celebrating after this. He's got
only problem though, clean blue armor on a Loba is crazy.
But maybe he just might.
And SSG is giving E8 way too much room to work with right now. They got to put grenades down or something.
We want to play for something. We want to take matters into our own hands.
Oh my!
The ones to push SSG.
Nice job, man. SSG dead. Nice job by Zach, bro. Good aggression.
Native who are late to the party. Elevate. Vicky, they're looking like they're going to try to do it, but it's 1 kill already from Luxferty. And Elevate Gaming, they're just trying to survive. Will Native have been able to push? Rambo grabs a second one. And
wow. Oh my goodness, bro. What a fucking end game. I mean, that's a good of opportunity as E8's going to get in that situation. They clean wipe SSG there. Barely any damage reciprocated at all. They get the full 3v3 to go on to Native, and Native just clutches up, man. Not much you can do in that situation. E8 had the opportunity to win that game for sure.
From the
easily.
death boxes at their feet, so they were also able to go for evil shield swaps at the very start of that.
That music is making me lose my mind. 1 second, please. We're holding.
Really caught SSG off tempo because they were dropping a mobile respawn beacon, I'm sure just to have a little bit of cover for when that zone came in. And it was just Elevate who decided to push at the perfect.
Well, even if E8 made that call to guarantee second place, which they do guarantee second place, they still had a chance for the W there. The 3v3 was actually pretty clean. It was a really good job by Zach to get aggressive and not allow for that Moby to go down to give SSG cover. Overall, really well played. Native definitely just got gifted a free win there in that situation, but that back rock is pretty nuts.
They were all purples.
Why is my computer not handling this?
Actually being this close,
I watched 9 POVs
like
at once.
TSM is right here along the edge on this side of Lava Siphon.
I swear the script writers are working overtime somewhere in the back end here, because that circle being right there for TSM is going to be
Moist walks on in, bro. TSM's going to walk on in here too.
Uh-oh. There ain't 5 teams
early fight though.
Complexity
Complexity dying to Optic. Holy shit.
In the house over on the outskirts of Lava Siphon.
I low-key love that from Optic.
Optic on the other side of this here too.
Okay, I love that from Optic.
Lee gets sent down, and Monsoon doesn't really have a lot to work with here.
That's the Optic I wish we were seeing all split.
Down, trying to reposition himself, and it was dropped with the rest of Optic that decided to come into entry for him.
And TSM with a third party, of course.
With only 1 member left standing here, you have to wonder where the follow through is, and it comes alongside
and a 4th party from DIG, man. There's no way.
That also knows
no, DIG is far away. There's no way. They're far. Okay, they're
strong
good.
Going into controlling a position like this.
My God,
on that reset is definitely
Optic fights for 2 seconds on the Complexity and get 18th party. That is so tough. And OG dead.
The runs have come through, and for Optic,
wow,
that's a wipe early.
No way. That is so crucial.
I want to point out how bad that is, man.
Early in game 6. And that was
Optic with a pretty simple rotate from Harvester, dying in a geyser endgame potentially, is so bad. That is a super simple rotate, super quick one as well. Not making endgame there for them is devastating. That is so tough.
But more of these squads are going to be rotating through that choke that we just saw so many of the other teams fighting on the outskirts of Lava Siphon.
Now, especially, I want to touch on this for Optic. Going out in this game is terrifying. They were looking for the points to boot that would put them on match point as well. And especially with a team like TSM still within the lobby, now you have to hope. Your fate is completely out of your hands here. They're one of our few rosters that doesn't just walk into today qualifying off of their raw points alone, and especially now with Cloud9 finding their way into our top 10 after some of our recent series here. They don't, or I believe so, are never to be eligible alongside the
I agree. I think Optic desperately this split needed a coach. I agree.
For this
it really sucks, man. I think that guy's name that was with them over at Worlds was named Loopy. I really liked him, man. It sucks that I don't think Optic wanted to pay a coach, but I think that could have been a world's difference for Optic.
Full blue
this
Evo
split for
shields
sure.
for this team here.
Ooh, Complexity eliminated too, so that fight early for Optic and Complexity resulted in both of them dying. That sucks.
So many other teams looking to try to rotate in the same direction. Exit, we already saw before inside of one of the fragment houses, have not left from their
position.
position.
Austin, 7 months. He was so good. Yeah, that guy Loopy was really
in that
good,
same
man.
direction that we just saw Oxygen in.
Now he just works hardcore on collegiate esports. I fuck with the dude. He's a really nice guy.
Rotating through Armory Cave. And with no other squad to try to contest them on the other side of this entrance by Geyser,
I don't think Optic wanted to work with Loopy.
Maybe even
I don't think Optic. I don't think the players at Optic wanted to work with Loopy. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure also Optic didn't want to pay for a coach after that.
Fighting on the other side.
Now, notably for a roster that sits at 48 points, you know, we talk about the
From what I
difference
remember, I could be wrong.
being on match point and being just below it. And usually we see some teams that sit at 49, right? But when we talk about placement alone, that's a team that needs to breach past the 10th point position mark to start to get into placements that actually work into 2+ points or find a successful fight. One that for Luminosity,
they hammer point gold
in the midst of potentially taking.
Bolt will take that.
Taking with confidence. Look at that Mozam. Yeah, he doesn't got the digi on that, but he's got the gold shotgun bolt ready to go as EEC. Pop Beast of the Hunt, backing away for right now before taking a different position. I like this call from EEC, sending their blood down to the high ground as McLovin takes a fragging angle. Nice suppressed fire from Sweet Beams with the Hemlock.
Bro, he was looking so good with the Hemlock this series. Holy shit.
While the rest of the LG squad managed to rotate to the south. This is the call from Sweet to prioritize their rotate instead of taking this fight over by Harvester after seeing where that next circle could be pulling.
All right, let's see. Give me a Geyser one, man.
Is excellent.
All right, borderline Geyser. I mean, it's gonna pull right, I think, to the donut side. I think C9's in another great spot. These guys have been killing it with the zone calls, man. Like, actually, unbelievable zone calls from C9. They deserve to qualify for LAN. They look so good this series. Pretty much almost perfect calls the whole day so far we've been watching. I don't really know what to say, man. Good job. They're right there with Moist, almost every zone call possible.
Guys that have been able to get that circuit beacon too.
Pretty crazy.
Take an overlook at where this circle is going to be pulling Zephyr. It is going to be moving over to Geyser directly.
Sorcerer does.
Even by that choke that Native was holding earlier too. So these squads taking their time. Dark Zero as per usual. Harvester with EEC and Disguise.
Well, C9 has Shiny and they have Colgin. So they have a coach that's a fucking genius and an analyst that's a genius, bro. They're locked in.
For Disguise, but
their resources are crazy.
It's not tough for a Wraith. Finding the way across.
They're really setting their squad up for greatness, to be honest. With that type of
up for potentially that opposite-ended angle
type of support.
That you sometimes see this guys like to play around to find the damage from behind to a position where usually isn't expected. But granted, with this time of a delay set up in between,
yo, sir,
it's unlikely that they're going to find quite the success. McLovin and Sosi already in a perfect position to capitalize, finding almost triple cracks across from them.
Yo, Enoch, you too, man. It's 30 months. We're doing good.
Absolutely taking advantage of this fight, even closing in the
C9
space
did come
as
back
they
all in.
should.
I love that.
Just trying to prevent Disguise from trying to get a full reset. It's the ego check, forcing Disguise to not only back away from Harvester, but to now take their time to wrap around the long way into where that next circle is pulling, because you got now less than 20 seconds to make that decision before this circle closes.
Yo, Lexi's 30 months.
How they fare, especially given the fact that when we did get to check out on this zone, it's contested as it gets.
I mean,
the majority.
I don't want to speculate here.
Within our
I'm a little bit nervous about Optic's situation inside Apex, right? Like, they didn't want to sign a coach, right? They didn't want to sign a coach. Not the players. The organization didn't want to sign a coach. I feel like they didn't really talk about Apex that much this year at all. So, I don't know.
Cross these
a little bit nervous
successfully
for sure,
beating those teams, but then more importantly, working your way into the POI is one of the hardest things to do, in my opinion, when it comes to the World's Edge.
With the amount of chokes too, for where some of these circles pull, absolutely.
Christmas is over. Let me be Scrooge.
To make some of that space, and while Native do sit up on top of this hilltop to prevent all these other squads from rotating in, they have the Loba Black Market to get any extra loot that they may need. Dark Zero, though, with their time on their rotate, Evo Harvester after Evo Harvester, and even the Bins, they find themselves with full purples. Doesn't even look like a lick of damage has been put down by Zero. But they see the squad that's inside of this building. They get the scan, avoid that nade here.
Yo, Ambi, you know what up, kid?
That is Ape Gang, by the way, inside of this house with Exet looking with hunger in their eyes, maybe, if they could try to take some shots here.
Now, Dark Zero is on an extensive exchange of a rotate here, and more notably Zero, of course, making
Jarman,
the cross to find the Evo cache to get them up to already one of the quickest teams to sit on that
double red purple If Exit wasn't nearby,
Yo, do you know if for
DZ runs them the
friends,
fuck
is it
down.
6 games a set or is it 8?
Especially if they got those
Probably
Evo
6,
shield
right?
checks.
It's 5 hours, so I'm
Meanwhile,
not sure. For
teams like LG waiting in silence. Waiting behind the rock for any unexpected squads to get ratted on, specifically the teams like Fury and Legacy, but Dark Zero.
Oh, and DZ should be able to hold these guys out in 2 seconds too, bro. Another triple blue squad. And they just fucking run away. They get a shot onto Zero, they see red armor, and they fucking dip the fuck out, dude. They hit the skirt, and they're gone immediately.
That's
right call too.
This is going to cost the resources.
They see one red and shit themselves.
Their delay more notably set up when it comes.
And that's
to
another double blue or triple blue team over in the choke.
That's
what I'm saying with the early game farming of shields here is just so important. You control the tempo of your own game when you have this armor advantage. The psychological effects that it has and the actual effects it has in game are both extremely transparent when you watch DZ and DSG. It's pretty nuts.
Good info here too, DZ.
And now EC gets stuck on the other side. And they run away, and now Ape with another triple blue runs into triple red DZ. But DZ's getting sandwiched, is the only problem now.
Behind, though, I did see that 30-30 shot. Maybe from Exit, who are still waiting by the train tracks of Fragment. LG engaged on this fight. They're waiting patiently by the rock.
It's a really good fight for LG here. 2-man on to C9. C9 was in a god spot.
It was waiting by the Evo catch to try to catch an unexpected squad, but look at the huge nades. Sweet does get the Arc Star knocked though, but it was a trade up.
Gets the full kill too.
Was able to get that next Arc Star knocked.
No fucking way.
Sweet is literally 1 HP. Bango called in. The knockdown shields
Shut the fuck up.
The insurance policy. He didn't know that he needed. C9. They get eliminated. Saved.
How the fuck did that just happen?
As LG get to see another
day. Oh my goodness, and LG with a fucking reset. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
In the face of a bloodhound, but I'll tell you what, it doesn't get much easier.
Another clutch up for the boys, Sweet, dude. Holy fuck, man.
Legacy have their pickings. A crack found,
insane.
And even just but 20 damage to send on.
Hal just saved like LG's game there.
Oh man, Legacy on the high ground now. Uncontested from the big mod choke. For now, though, Legacy could easily just wrap around here if we want to. Have to see how this plays out as Disguise now pinned between everybody.
Pretty shit cost to go, but a panic one at least.
Now Yanya gonna be able to smoke away, see if they can take some of this circle pressure. Yeah, it's just round 3. It does make your eyes water, but they still are right there next to the circle. They'll be safe and they'll be able to reset.
Oh, DZ dying again too.
It might be hot, but not quite enough there. Just a bit of a sunburn as they make their way across the other side of our zone, though. It's chaos galore here. Exit notably making their way up directly to try to
so a DZ early exit. Triple red armor. Don't take a fight onto one of the 3v3s for the triple blues and they die for it. And now X sets in the exact same spot as to where DZ was, but triple blue instead of triple red. And they're not going to be able to take space or navigate the way they want to with this armor disadvantage. It's just so tough now.
Ultimate Accelerate going to be able to be popped by Nox. So that way
DZ, sure, but XM, this situation, hell no.
Out native
I want to point out that C9 died in the best spot in the game.
When this circle closes
and,
in, look
and
how
LG clutched up.
Are waiting on the outskirts of this circle's effort. This is insanity here. With so many teams still alive. For now, TSM taking shots. Let's not forget, they are at match point and they are still claiming heads.
I do worry, though. We did get to sneak peek at that map with Furia being very present here on this low ground.
Yeah, you really comment, Rosalind? But we want to just be nice to the main broadcast. Love you. I want to climb up from Furia.
Well, through how they're just barely finding a presence of safety back. Reps now set up above once again with that Mozam Digi combo.
Where did Furia go?
Fury
oh my god, an XM wiped OXG. Good fucking job. They killed him on top of the show.
Looking for an opportunity to find an angle on TSM, but TSM had those scans ready, and they know exactly the approach that Fury wanted to go
Surprised that Fury wasn't able to take that fight on a TSM. They were so split there in that situation.
Blue, with Hal being on purple, as he's been doing so much poke pressure, leaving one at one, and the follow from Reps, the synergy. Not surprised, but it's a gift here as TSM see them try to fly through. Let's jump into a listen in with TSM.
Not many questions.
Closing in behind them, and more squads landing in front of them.
Give me a fucking TSM listening, baby. Let's listen in.
We're safe on us.
Shut the fuck up, chat. Shut up.
Right here. They're gonna die for kills.
Anyone have cells? Anyone have cells?
No.
I got a smoke on us.
Smoke that.
I have to smoke on us. I only have 1 smoke. I have 2 ult cells I can drop.
Yeah, drop it.
Drop both, I drop both.
Listen, remember full health.
Under us, I think.
Yeah, I know.
I have no smokes right now, guys.
Okay, I think we have to drop down here. I think we have to drop. Maybe play on me, actually. Play on me. Come to me.
Yeah,
look at me.
Under the building in front of us.
Look,
And Barrels
you
just
just
fell.
jump down.
I fell.
Actually, we're good. Look at these. Let's try their flash.
Shoot the right side.
Flash one down.
I can't see him.
I don't see him.
I got him. Around the fucking.
Push that maybe?
Finish him down. We don't need to push that.
I'm looking for it.
So like this spot, bro, where they're at right now.
I'm safe here. I'm full safe on me.
Yeah, full safe.
I still have Bangle for this. We can play on the side of the building.
Look, it's a duo. It's a duo on the right. It's a duo on the right. It's a duo on the right.
It's a duo on the right, but they have a 3-man up top. Elevate Gaming dead. In this situation, bro, TSM just needs to vibe the fuck out and swing with a fucking bang ulti going down. They have to.
70.
Probably failed actually.
He's getting shot. 100 down, crack blood on.
We can push up with Bangle.
No, we don't need to push that.
I need someone was behind this tree.
There is. Can you smoke that angle so I can scan the building, please?
Yeah.
Or smoke right here. Smoke right here, maybe.
Okay, I don't have a smoke now. I just smoked it like he's.
That's fine.
You can do it.
Nice. That's such a good job. So 3-man on Donut and 3-man left. TSM, in order to go across, bro, has to bang ulti and then just go outside somewhere. They can't go right side. They die right. I want to see what they do here.
I'm not across now. I'm down across now.
I'm this.
Yep. Looking.
Don't forget that the only team that are now that can end the tournament is match 6. Match point for TSM. I don't know how the fuck they survive this if they do, bro. I don't think there's a world.
I'm pumping that.
Oh my god.
I'm safe on me.
He just got kidnapped?
I'm down. That's all you guys. There's a 2-man.
I'm dead.
They get fucking kidnapped?
It's two.
Is that DSG with a fucking kidnap on the TSM? Holy shit.
Again. TSM not only with the kidnap, but kidnapping
oh my god.
their opportunity to win on match point.
Design with a great play on the barrels, bro. Gets the fucking costing a meter out of the fight. Good shit.
From the circle, exit now fighting for their lives on the outskirts.
Oh, it's nuts.
Those get eliminated.
It's one of those moments where you just can't believe it's happening. It feels like the days of yore here. We've seen Design and crew get aggressive, but to come out on top, seals the fate of so many other rosters, similarly to how Koi is finding not.
See, that's what I'm saying, though, bro. Exit shows these little glimmers of hope, and then just cannot make the next step to actually get a top 5 or a top 3.
Look,
every time. I want to see if they do it this game, bro. I want to see so bad.
Lots of fans coming in to look at this team succeed. LG fighting.
Hey, thank you, guy. Much love, Osu. Appreciate it, buddy.
Here. Managing to get that scan by the rocks. But with the Beast of Hell activated and still getting pinged on the other side, they know that they are pinched here. It's Disguise right behind LG. Legacy right in front.
The fact that LG is still full 3-man is crazy.
Here too. 9 squads left.
Especially after that first win versus C9. That's
sharing the real
nuts.
estate inside of Geyser.
An enemy with a great swing in the gas, bro. I love that. Good fucking job. LG dead. Good job by enemy to see that smoke come down in that gas and still swing that shit.
Now for Moist swinging outside, you found the damage earlier, but you weren't able to follow through for Xset. What could have been is even still a punishment for Nocturnal, but a 2v1 situation.
And Xset goes down, man. See, they just cannot. Everything they did was just not the next step to win games, bro.
Clearing out that entire building means that they'll have some freedom.
We're right there. Little brother's part of the team, but we're actually right there.
Final circle and
it's just 1 or 2 more steps to get 5 to 6 extra points every time for Xset. Every time.
That is Furia right below everybody. Look at Keon just minding his own business.
I don't know if it's due to the pressure, but Design full.
All right, 6 squad, 16, so 1 solo.
Driving me insane here. Hasn't been able to likely find the resource, and there you can see as we tune on down.
Can he heal? We're playing a caustic meta right now. What the fuck is he on?
Caustic gas trap would be enough, but can he get well, Disguise to a position up upon the roof? Space Station Gaming are more than happy to welcome Disguise with open arms.
I mean,
and getting that
Furia, I don't know what Design's supposed to do there anyway, bro, but that's just classic, dude. I love it.
Extra KP here for Disguise and Space Station with the scan.
I mean, SSG in such a good spot right now, especially since DSG jumped off early. There's nothing for anybody to do to get these guys.
Disguise playing outside the building.
1 rat, all full teams. It's going to be empty by himself. How is Designful alive? How did Designful get res? How is he not dying?
Here for SSG with no cover to even
and then they kill SSG? No fucking way.
For them to drop and, well, find themselves now lower than can be. With
no, they don't. DSG dead.
On Orioles working their way out at the very end here.
Moist dead.
More than happy to clean things up, but don't.
And Franks gets a top 2? And Legacy wins? Franks gets a top 2. There's no fucking way.
But can we talk
and Legacy with a win in Game 6. Absolute fucking demon, bro. Good shit.
Absolutely insane.
How Freck stayed alive there, bro, and got some KP is crazy.
Let's also not forget, Zephyr, that was a
nice
Legacy
job, man.
taking the circle damage to rotate from the big mod choke. They knew that they had to approach from that
really good point.
Where we saw teams like even LG give up more of that space when they decided to move up and pressure other squads from trying to traverse through the open ground outside of Lava Siphon.
100%. That's a great point by Vicky. If Legacy goes the other way, more towards that Lava Siphon choke and fights DSG, and they don't go around the mod area and eat that zone, they just don't win that game. They go to the more heavily congested side, and they die almost immediately on that rotation in. That is a fucking great call. 100% true. That's a really good play by Legacy, man.
That we're trying to take away really that position. Luminosity for...
Of course, the TSM on match point, so let's go put it over in fucking North, of course. Why not?
On stream to make sure where these circles are going to be pulling, and we always love to see so many of these RNG circle pullers thrive out here.
Conveniently, TSM's on match point. Here we go with a 1 North zone. You're welcome.
To TSM, who land in Lightning Rod, who also have a circle.
Yeah, no,
right
crazy.
There. So they
it's
will
nuts,
have information when they go on their rotate, perhaps even through Zoo Station, where LG will also have not only the ring console, but as well as a survey beacon.
Nuts.
SSG benefiting in their POI from a proximity.
I mean, I can't lie, bro. I do love seeing North Zone.
PvE.
I'm cool with that.
It was you that mentioned this just as we left.
I'm mad at it.
Vicky, but being able to have
North Zone's a W regardless.
The form of prowlers and spiders next to your POI is just as, if not more valuable than, say, things like.
Are you acting or is this scripted? No, this is not scripted.
Because they're
There's
specific items that you can grab or specific activities that you can engage in that get you Evo that then no one else can get.
I've seen it so many times already with Dark Zero, specifically that last game on World's Edge. They're able to gatekeep with red Evos without even spreading a little bit of damage. Talking about different utility, the replicators being on Moist POI, and they got a gold extended heavy mag. You love to see it here, but since the circle is pulling all the way to the north, Moist do have to make a little bit of a trek. So looks like we are going to be zooming over to that next circle, playing by the edge, and that also means that Moist will be passing C9 soon on their POI by Coastal.
What the fuck just happened? Hello?
Moist are one of the few teams that is going to be forced to play really hard edge in this scenario. They don't have rotation.
All right, so LG I think takes the best spot for the game. Fury in a good spot. Optic not in a horrible one too.
North. And unfortunately, they just don't have.
So LG definitely takes the spot where I think should be game winning.
On the other hand, landing over by wall.
The only problem with LG being there early is if they get sent on. Now that spot is easily fightable. If someone wants to fight LG on the top platform early, they can. That is the trick to this zone, though. If a team is holding that top platform, bro, and wants to, and is just holding there early, their trick for this zone is to fight that platform earlier than later. No one really does it, but fighting that shit early is the fucking play.
The survey beacon that we saw earlier, that's going to be a tough spot when you hold that rather early, especially when you're still with all full blues, but they still have a good amount of loot, it looks like here. Poking potential from Sweet.
Triple blue can get poked the fuck up and pieced up.
Like the care package
realistically, this is fightable.
If he's so
Maple Sensation 10 months. One bang ulti, one cost ulti, and you're good to go in this 3v3 every time.
Already on the higher ground with their rotate from
Will bang ever not be meta? We'll see tomorrow, bro, if we're being honest. Tomorrow, international scrims start up at 7 a.m. PST. I'll be live around 6:45 a.m. PST tomorrow. We'll find out. I'll explain everything as to who's contesting, what's going down, all that good shit. And we'll see who's going to be played. Don't forget, tomorrow will be the first day of scrims on the new patch where Bangalore did get nerfed. So we'll see what the meta is.
Like Luminosity.
The bots will be up too.
On the high ground, you can actually play a very non-interactive game of Apex Legends. Luminosity have to defend their bins, and that's it. So Made in Heaven, they've won a game from here. LG can do a very similar thing. TSM from up on the high ground do have a little bit more adaptability than other squads, and I do want to pay tribute as well, Vicky, to the fact that we saw Designful going for an
Are you a morning
Harvester
person?
With
I can always just change my schedule, bro.
that, well, it looked a little
I'm good at falling
awkward.
asleep when I need to
It's
and waking
one
up when I
of
need
the
to.
very few
But I also do, like,
crazy
I've been
things
going to
you
bed
can
like
get
5
away
a.m. the last
with
like 4
when you're
nights,
one of the
which
only
I
people
haven't done
running
in years.
Yup. I love how you pointed that out, especially the Evil Harvester being in
No,
the
I'm
middle
not,
of
darkness.
everybody's line of sight. Now you get that for your team without overextending here. You see them trying to take some shots while the
But yeah,
action
I'd rather
does
go to bed
not
early
stop.
and
Oh,
wake up
he
early.
needed that
That's what I
knock
prefer.
straight in.
It all depends. If I'm
there's no follow potential
addicted
here,
to TFT, I'll
but
just do
they
whatever I
do
want.
get the knock, which starts off everything.
Oh my God,
Doesn't
Sackmays
mean
are early death.
Sentinels now closing
Yeah,
in the
lately
gap
cap.
onto E8. But don't fret. On the other
I
side
don't
of
know,
this
Q, that's way
fight,
too early.
Ape Gang is slowly creeping up from the other side of wall, and these guys are looking onto this
It's a good
fight.
knock by Zap,
They
too.
paid for it as Sentinels
Good trades,
lose
1-1.
out on one of their teammates, and Luda's trying to give him suppressed fire.
This whole fight from Sentinels is really rough. From the caustic ult that started it all.
It's a really nice way to put it.
Hitting a roof.
I was
to
gonna
a
say that
super
fight was
wide
dog
swing by
shit, but
Zaniel. Sentinels
your
were
words, not
on
mine.
the same page, and a third party just exacerbated that problem. Oxygen are the beneficiaries of this, but Sentinels also didn't do a whole lot of damage on their push, so there's a big chance that E8 are able to reset inside this building and fend off Oxygen's again.
Oxygen should be able to wipe
Yeah,
this,
they
man.
could thank Oxygen for forcing Sentinels to
What
back
the
away
fuck
here.
is
Some
Vayne
time to
doing?
maybe reset, but Vayne gets beat.
What are we
He
doing?
trades knock for knock here.
Good full trade.
As now the rest of
There we go,
Oxygen
they should be
trying to
good.
see if they can get the reset. E8 now lose out on another.
Okay.
And with Aiden getting pinged from the other side, I don't think that one last straggler.
Is this
can
2v2
really
or
get the
1v2?
reset here as Sentinels are looking
And
to
they
try to
use the
re-engage.
caustic ulti for the
This fight is
reset off this.
So messy.
Yeah, this
Vicky.
is extremely
I am
sloppy. It's just
sweating
Zap by
bullets
himself.
Right now. E8 still surviving.
All right, they're gonna
the
reset, that's
outside.
fine.
Zap
Nice.
hoping for the clutch that never came on World's
So it's a solo
Edge.
of E8 Zap and a solo of Luda on Sentinels.
Managed
I'm
to
not gonna lie, but that was
reset
sloppy
on the low ground.
from
This is all
Oxygen.
the best that E8 can hope for is to get away at this
Super duper
point.
sloppy.
And they should be able to do just that with Zap having the head start that they already got.
All right, and this is my point here too, right?
That one last straggler.
We see where TSM is, correct? They're in a spot right now, top house, and LG is down below on platform. If this zone does go towards platform, right? There's a really good, oh my God, that fucking zone goes right to TSM. Oh. Oh
to be a
my
squad
God.
right in front of them. That's going to be Space Station.
The
that
zone
is now
pulls
trying to rotate
up
from Zeus.
off
And this
platform
next
and
circle
back to
is coming
house?
right on top of TSM.
This is uncanny. Yeah, even LG, who were down in the low ground in what we had theorized to be
That is
a
insane,
God spot
brother.
earlier.
That is
have
actually
to be
insane.
Looking at this next ring
I'm not
pull
sure
that
when
they'll
I've
see
seen
in
this
about
fucking house
a
zone.
minute.
That is
And
crazy.
going, well, I don't know how.
When was
we're
the
going
last
to
time I
adapt to
saw
this.
this pull
Many
up?
teams are going to be caught
This is nuts.
not knowing how they'll deal with an ultimate push up to TSM. Yes, this squad may be
Complexity
on
eliminated.
lose,
Oof.
but they've got very little to deal with in terms of actual siege onto them. It's very hard to engage onto the high ground like that, and TSM have all the time in the world to hit purples off of damage alone.
And that's why they moved up in the way that they have. It's just Hal and Reps on one side. They've left Verhols to take control over the high ground because being on the Valk, you could easily just fly right back up there.
Yeah, makes sense.
So he's going to take a look and put pressure onto the teams behind
Not
him.
really.
The
It's an
rest of
easy
TSM
read.
now
I mean,
have
it's not.
moved
No,
back, but
my
they put in the
point is not
pressure.
that TSM made an exceptional zone call. Regardless, I guarantee TSM thought that zone was pulling down towards platform. It's just a crazy coincidence that, of course, it pulls back up towards the house where TSM's playing and not towards the most common zone on bottom platform. You know what I mean?
SSG has got to be the biggest problem, not just for TSM, but for any squad that actually wants a fighting chance at winning this game. Uprooting SSG must
still
be
could
your
pull back
number
towards
one
platform, I'm not too sure.
priority. As otherwise,
It's
an
interesting.
uncontested rotate from Zeus will have very few other squads to deal with, and when we're running in a game that has as many Bangalores as this, they're going to be pretty darn impossible
wrong,
to
Risky.
shoot at as they
Not
approach
wrong,
you
big dog.
anyways. SSG for now just have to hang out, but this game
Where
is
did
gonna have their
DSG
position
go? Did
aging
DSG die?
Really,
No,
really
right?
well.
Because DSG was down below right underneath Optic.
I'm talking about
And then
Optic
on near
earlier.
Cannon.
This
Where
is
did
a
they go?
team that needs to have an amazing game.
No,
Have to
only
see
one
how this
team's
plays
dead. It's
out here
complexity.
for this squad.
What fucking rotate did they
They
make?
are going to be relying
Did they make a
on
portal
the
over here on the
raw
left
form,
side?
Some actual
They might have
cover
over here.
It's going to be TSM once again on the high
I saw design for the portal, but I don't know if they
right
committed or
next
not.
to Sentinels over to their right. Furia that are neighboring them inside of that building that we saw them take place in earlier in the start of the game. And Legacy involved in a fight here, too.
Oh, I like this fight, too. Top command.
For this fight.
Oh, gee, fucking jeez. Yanya with a devotion.
Surely
Good luck.
Legacy don't go down. At no point.
Good luck, baby.
Should we be concerned about that? Legacy have definitely shown up with their team fighting chops today. Slide on by, collecting a quick KP before moving on to the rest of the fight. However, with Jaguar is down, it is just Jay standing in a 1v1 against Nazul.
Oh my god, low key, almost a 1v3. Okay.
Ultimately fall.
That was a little bit too close.
A little bit closer than I had imagined, but
What
still
the
come
fuck?
out literally and figuratively on top.
All right, there we go.
Two knocked though, so you're feeling yourself from that. But
And they had a wingman and a Devo, and he still almost 1v3. That's crazy.
In this game, while being on match point,
and Moist is right there behind.
That's
a good fucking cost trap, by the way.
High ground here is really
really good cost trap.
Down to the choke that would
0-16
open
months,
up
bro.
to
We're doing good, man.
on that high ground building and Zoo Station, where Space Station will be rotating from. Something similar that Moist have taken note of, and they are now.
So I want to point out here too, man, with the zone, right? That means Legacies have to go down towards where the TSM is over on that house, and Moist. Obviously, these two will probably fight. Moist is going to get gate kept by the boys over at Legacy. But it's pretty interesting that teams are going to start funneling in from all sides now to where TSM's at. So that means TSM has a whole fucking shop right now. They got to fucking hold it down, baby.
No way that they survive that. Instead, now you've got to gamble. And I hesitate to
The
say
bot will be
it's
up
a
after the stream.
50-50
I don't know if the bot's up right now. I'm not
Legacy
too sure.
Have already shown up and won 2 games today, but if anybody can shut them down, it is going to be the reinvigorated Moist, who have claimed a game themselves and could choose to even the score. They will have to rely, however, on a lot of uncanny bang smokes.
And they're going to evac tower towards Thunder?
They're not even going to risk it. It's a surprising turn of events.
Only have 30 seconds on this rotate.
Over through Thunder Watch off an evac tower instead. This may work out, but there's an not insignificant chance, Vicky, that this does not work out at all.
Wait a minute.
Let's find out as we jump into Illicit in with Moist.
There's a team up the hill. I 100% saw someone.
I'm kidding. They're not in evac.
Oh, and they're getting gate kept so hard.
We got a med kit. Get up, and we can look to evac from around the corner.
I don't know if we can get up empty. Our climb up is
You
like
can. You can get up right here on me.
Oh, no.
Wait, how did you climb that?
You guys need to look stuck in evacs.
Oh, no.
We might have to take it.
Bang up.
Oh, they're dead.
I'm gonna take zone and take.
I'm dead. You guys just gotta take it.
Spin, baby, spin! Spin!
I'm just gonna fly in guild. Holy fuck, I got beat up.
You can land in one of these walls. If you land in this, you can probably right there. Maybe.
Oh, there's a team in there.
Alright, you play yourself.
I mean,
Well,
holy shit. That did not work out as anyone expected. I think we all did.
This was not an easy rotate.
I mean, I really don't know what Moist does in that situation, though, bro. They have to take a fight onto Legacy, who's red armored, purple with a wingman, and set up. Or they do that rotate. The rotate was interesting. Could have worked out in the long run, but that was way too fucking late, man. Way too late.
A lot of open space that they can play here. Well, still, albeit facing down SSG and Zoo
Furia
Station.
dying in the kill feed right now, too. Sentinels dying again. TSG is still alive. Oxygen dying. 18, 17 squads up. Sentinels dead. Round 3 closing. Oxygen dead. Furia dead. Moist dead. Optic dead. Round 3 closed. My fucking goodness, bro. And Elevate dead. We go from 18 to 12 in a blink of an eye. My goodness.
12 squads left now.
And this is just the beginning, Becky. When we knew that Skulls were going to be cold moving up the hill, yeah, we knew it was going to get this bad, and it'll get even tougher for squads that are approaching.
And that zone
seems like
pulls to the fucking house, bro. I haven't seen the zone in like 9 years, brother. To the house.
The disguise.
Are you fucking kidding me, man? And they get a care pack, bro. That is a crazy zone. That is fucking crazy.
This up, the circle's pulling directly.
That is nuts.
Of TSM. With 11 squads left in this line.
Dude, Reps, great zone. That is crazy, Reps. That's just him energy, bro.
They're getting shot on their side. They're gonna die. They're getting shot on their side. They cost to go to left. Crack. Oh, almost all crack. They're pushing my left. I see them.
Nice, good shots by SSG here, man. They're gonna swing on this, I think. Oh, one got knocked. Never mind, they're gonna go. Damn, Exit dying too. That fucking sucks.
I'm reback. Yep. Another team flying in close. I'm gonna throw you side.
Call mine in, call mine in.
Yeah, call it. I'm throwing it over here. I'm calling mine in over here. Can you guys?
And the crazy part about the zone, man, is that it pulls back down south more towards wall. So SSG playing from Zoo Station, which was going platforms in the same spot, they got a fucking an evac. That's crazy.
Yeah. Slam in their side.
I mean, SSG could easily won this game too. So if TSM wins this, bro, it's still a fucking really good win, to be honest, because multiple squads definitely have chances right now to win this game. It's definitely not a free win by any means necessary.
You need to reset this for barrels, okay? Yeah, I know.
V-Game, it's the V-Game on to the fucking go, buddy. Hope you're doing good.
I'm looking for the Z-Dog behind us.
I wonder if SSG could have sent that roof there with only one man on roof. I feel like that 100% could have been a possibility.
Love the comms that we're
Oh,
hearing.
never mind. TSM was 3-man roof now. And that's a good job by TSM to hold 3-man.
Other teams now alive
EEC dead, Ape dead. 9 squads up.
Get eliminated, and TSM have the high ground with Legacy playing right underneath them and Space Station far to their left side. They have line of sight of this squad as they keep pressuring them out downhill.
It is not a massive problem yet, but TSM are running low on ammunition. They don't actually have all the time in the world to sit up here.
It should be okay.
Eventually, they're gonna have to move down and take some loot off of the squads below them.
I don't even know, bro. All you need right now for reps, dude, after using the 60 ammo, is that EVA. To be completely fair,
At this point,
this zone's gonna end right underneath them.
That doesn't matter at all. TSM have to win the game.
This is actually insane.
I mean, Legacy has a chance to win this game. LG's still in a good spot too. Like overall, it's a pretty fucking good end game. This is awesome.
Inside the other match point team.
At DSG, chilling maybe with the portal now too. C9 still alive and DC.
Trying to gatekeep C9 from exiting out of the tunnel.
Xset eliminated.
Get eliminated.
DSG dead. Oh my god, DSG died so fast after moving. Holy shit.
And as Xset goes down, they've got to be scared. Because the chances that this game ends, that this match day ends here and now are increasing, and Xset's chances of going to LAN have not. TSM still up on high ground, still running ever lower, maybe losing a lot of valuable endgame resources to Legacy in the meantime. There's a really big, not insignificant chance, Mickey, that Legacy come up from below and straight up win this game simply because of the additional resources they'll have.
That would be absolutely insane. Even Luminosity that's off to the side. Yes, they're still full blue here, but they can gatekeep the teams that are fighting to the south. Dark Zero.
All right, C9 dead. 6 squads, 16.
They cleaned them up.
5 full squads, 1 rat.
SSG are looking directly at them, but they have to look to their backs. They are still getting pressured out by TSM that have high ground, and now Dark Zero are forced to meet against Native Gaming on the low ground.
SSG really unlikely to full win the game from here. We haven't seen a team win from that low ground in a zone like this since Horizon was in meta, and I don't see Horizon right now. So access to the height will be almost impossible.
Okay, Kyle, you can spoil this. We can't do anything about it.
No matter what, however, getting themselves closer.
Native Gaming eliminated 4 squads up. I mean, bro, this is a low-key winnable zone for all teams. Legacy, SSG, TSM, and LG all at a winnable spot here, man. But I will be honest, TSM with a pretty easy fall off from up top zone. Purple armor though for LG is also good. And they have a good spot here too.
Look at this, TSM on the high ground, Legacy right below them.
Why the scream about Xset?
Who are also a match way over to the side. While Luminosity may save the day, we may see another game of Apex, but it's going to be so tough here.
All right, 4 squads of 12, baby.
Through that fence line and put themselves in the line
Give it to me.
of not just TSM,
Legacy inside for a very long time. The only issue here is when Legacy has to leave, TSM can hit them on the platform, bro. But if TSM, whoever gets that platform control right there with the 3 bins outside, probably wins this game.
Majority of the damage
I
in
would
close
say.
range fights like this.
We'll see who does it.
TSM, at least in good hands resource-wise, still do have to worry about their positioning. Taking a look at the zone, we're actually moving straight on top of Luminosity, who now have to play defense as they
definitely can. LG can easily win this
from
game,
the very
for sure.
beginning. With the caustic in hand, much like many
I definitely don't think they do, but they could.
should be able to do it, but Luminosity have yet to win a game during the regional finals. Then they've got to do it now.
Nice,
the
good
time where
knocks.
it matters the most here. Yanya gets the knock on top.
Nice.
Zul's trying to take a different
Triple fucking red too for Legacy here.
Can't fully commit to this fight. They know if they give up this space, it is GG here with LG looking at them straight in the face.
And Legacy do not have to worry about anything. They've got so much more cover than a team like SSG on the low ground. A single member.
Well, now it's only 3.
And Legacy will eventually.
SSG Zion is going to be dead here for sure on the rotation.
Possible exits from this building. They can wait on
that
decision.
SSG dead, top 3. Come on, baby.
We're gonna have plenty of squads.
Let's see who gets platform control, Legacy or TSM. That's really all that matters, man. Whoever gets this fucking pin wins this shit, dude.
Choice is theirs, but it is not an enviable one. The third parties are real in end games like
I think whoever lands on this platform and wins this fight just kills LG here for free because they have to climb up.
Have a lot of utility in end zone.
But this could be tough here for TSM too because they don't have a caustic.
Evo shield perk, but they do.
But LG doesn't have one either, bro. Fuck me.
As Furrows take some shots.
Do they? I can't tell. They don't, right?
Taking onto the low ground, and evac tower has been called in from Legacy.
Oh, they do.
LG now are looking to slow rotate this, and with the smoke nade blocking their vision, TSM are trying to split their attention to the squad right below. Because if they take this evac tower,
and they're getting fucking burnt, bro.
TSM can take the middle ground right now. They don't want to give up height too soon.
Oh, Raps, GG's TSM wins. That's Raps, baby. And they get platform control. They look down over at everybody, and that's Raps. Game over.
Down on a clash of Legacy and Luminosity.
Game over.
Everyone knows they're on height, but they can't do much about it. Luminosity are hiding, Legacy are hiding, and eventually TSM.
Oh my God! It's a hell of an end game.
Throws in a nice shot with the vault, and somehow, some way, the
GG's, baby, and TSM always finding a way to win it, baby. Always.
Your NA Split 1 regional final winners.
GG's, man.
They do it again as they have so many times.
G fucking G.
What a final circle, final game 7 that
Holy
we just had
shit.
right there, Dia.
Bro, that circle is crazy. And I'm not taking anything away from TSM. Regardless, if that goes platform, they still have a chance to win the game. That's just a crazy circle. I haven't seen that circle in a very long time. Now, one thing, again, was that platform control. A difference between this meta compared to the last one is if TSM takes that second floor and the bottom side teams like Legacy and LG have Horizon, the game is completely different. But once you take that little extra height in that late game and no one has a character like Horizon, it's GG's. It's Raps. It's game over. So good job by TSM.
We saw
well
the Nox nade come out, clearing up a lot of space. But the fact that they were able to survive on the lip without taking the Nox grenade damage pressure was absolutely huge. With Legacy opting to rotate from the bottom side because they knew if they rotated from outside the building, their heads would be exposed to TSM on the high ground, since that would be the last thing there.
It's crazy,
what
bro.
a way to play that final circle. That is
Fucking
why
crazy.
TSM stays on top as we bring back Rain Day to break down all the action that we just saw.
I don't need a breakdown. I need scores now. So, I know a couple teams. I don't know everything, the standings exactly. I saw yesterday I got spoiled by 1,000 different people. So, I know Wikipedia has this. We're going to pull this up right now. I don't need to watch the rest of that. We're going to go over now the 12 teams that qualified and the teams that did not. As you could tell, based off my... Based off my reaction, obviously, Exet did not qualify for LAN, which just, it breaks my heart, dude. I'm really fucking sad. Now, here are the 12 teams, including the regional finals that made LAN here. The 12 teams that qualified for LAN, and congratulations to all of them, was DZ in first place. They get first with 141 points, man. So they're going to take the money for the first place. Moist is going to be in second, TSM in third, Legacy in fourth, DSG in fifth, E8 in sixth, SSG in seventh, LG in eighth, Complexity ninth, Furia 10th, C9 11th, Oxygen 12th, and Exet 13th, OG 14th. So, the top 12 teams from North America will advance to LAN. Overall scores are included with the regional finals. So it's going to be DZ, Moist, TSM, Legacy, DSG, E8, SSG, LG, Complexity, Furia, C9, and Oxygen all making LAN. Want to give a huge shout out to a couple teams here, man. Obviously, congratulations to everybody. TSM winning regional finals is crazy. Really can't make that shit up, bro. Ice in the veins. But I want to give a huge shout out, all right, to E8. One of the first teams I want to give a shout out to, man. E8 was a challenger circuit team. Don't forget, these guys were playing in PSQs, brother. They were in challengers, running shit, and now they made fucking LAN. That is insane. That is exceptional from E8. They really did transform as a team, and I think are one of the best 3v3 teams in the game. Pretty fucking nuts. Now, huge shout out to Complexity. Monsoon and Lou reunite from FlyQuest and then qualify for LAN. Gonna be honest, didn't think they were gonna do it. Huge respect to the boys. Absolutely fucking gigantic. Massive shouts to Complexity. Shout out to Furia as well. Madness finally makes LAN again. Has a squad that he's super confident in. And Furia makes LAN. Shout out to Madness, bro. And Watson comes out of retirement. W. C9, GKS. Come out of Challenger Circuit. Come through, get signed by C9. Qualify for LAN. Pretty fucking crazy, man. So, honestly, some pretty unbelievable stories for teams that did qualify for Split 1 playoffs in Los Angeles. Overall, to me, a borderline unpredictable set of 12 with some teams not making LAN, including XZ and OG. Now, you guys know how I feel. XZ's like some of my best friends, and I love these guys so much. So seeing XZ not make LAN, acquiring Koiful, genuinely does hurt my heart. I'm going to be honest. Like, it really, literally does hurt me. I'm pretty fucking upset about it. I don't have a team to root for because 100 Thieves doesn't have a roster, and XZ are my boys, so it does hurt my heart a lot. I wish nothing but the best for XZ. Hopefully they stick together, keep improving, and go from there. Super fucking sad about it. OG not making LAN after pretty much almost winning in 4 games, setting a world record at the last LAN is pretty fucking nuts. It's also something that I would not be able to actually talk about at all. I would not be able to ever predict that. Pretty fucking crazy. Those two not making it are absolutely insane to me. I want to give a huge shout out though to Legacy, 4th place in Pro League and not signed. 4th place in Pro League in the toughest region and not signed. What are we fucking doing? What are we doing? Top 4 not signed to a team is crazy. I don't know if they're signed anymore. Pastillo keeps saying they're not signed. I don't know. Pastillo's tweeting now that they're not signed. So I don't know if that deal fell through that he tweeted about. I have no idea what's going on. They might be. Hopefully they get announced soon if they are. And then shout out Moist, man. Moist comes through to North America, one of the toughest regions to compete in. They come through with that boy Gildy Poo. I mean, shout out Charlie, shout out Walty, shout out MT, shout out Guild, man. Coming on through, getting 2nd place alongside DZ getting 1st. Congratulations to them. I mean, hell of a fucking time, bro. Literally fucking unreal, dude. Literally unreal. All right, well, congratulations to 12 teams that made LAN. I know those regional finals did not go the way we wanted to when it comes to live watching and live viewership. It sucks we had to watch a pre-recorded version, but it is what it is. I want to say thank y'all, man. I love you guys so much. Thank y'all for being here, dude. I love you all a ton.